Hello and welcome to Encounter Roleplay on this fine Friday fun day when we are playing a one-shot using the Free League Alien RPG system with DM for the day, GM for the day, producer Trav from WebDM. How are you doing, sir?
Oh man, I'm listening to Van Morrison. I'm good. I'm ready to go to the place they don't want you to go here on the ERP network. Very excited about it. I'm live from the set of WebDM, and I'm ready to murder as many players as possible.
That's right, WebDM is shooting some brand new content. Be sure to go and check out their YouTube where all of that content will eventually be appearing. They just posted a great video on Gestalt characters, making the best character you can make in D&D. So go and check that bad boy out. Let's go around, say hello to everyone else. How are you doing today, Kat?
I'm doing all right. It's been a week. I'm enjoying it. Some fun stuff coming up for the weekend. Tomorrow, really looking forward to it. I get to die 2 days in a row. It's going to be great.
Yes, you do, because tomorrow we have our very first monthly meet grind day here on Encounter Roleplay. Zippy, myself, will also be playing in it. It's being DM'd by Jonathan Fry. It's Castle Ravenloft meets Castlevania meets Chaos Chorus, as we do a fund drive to raise money to pay our wonderful casts here on Encounter Roleplay.
Very disappointed if I'm not allowed to punch a hole in a wall and get wall chicken.
Wall chicken, I have been assured by Jonathan Fry, is a thing in this game. What's more, chat can interact and give you guys all sorts of boons and beans and fun stuff, but that's tomorrow. Right now, let's go and say hello to the wonderful Birdie.
I never expect my turn. Hey everybody, I'm Birdie, aka the Birdie-saurus, and I'm very excited to play this. I actually kickstarted this as well, like the second it came out, so I'm really pumped to actually be able to play and see what it's all about. So yay, let's do it.
Let's do this thing. I actually had an idea for this one shot about a month ago, and I was like, Travis, do you want to run Alien RPG but do this crazy assault on Area 51 thing? And Travis was like, I have so many ideas. And before we delve into the dark mind of Travis, let's delve into the interesting mind of Zippy Zippo. How are you doing today, sir?
You overestimate the quality of my mind. It is not interesting at all. I'm playing myself. That is how confused about this game I am. They're like, we're gonna raid Area 51, and it's like, okay, well I'll show up. I'll make myself. I will play myself. So let's hope that Game Me lives up to me while I play me. Okay, it's good.
Whew.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Let's do this.
Need more caffeine. Before we get into this, I'd like to remind you all that you can interact with today's games. There's a list of donations down the bottom, and we also have a poll coming up where you can vote to decide who is locked behind the walls of Area 51. We did a little tweet today. We have a number of your suggestions listed in that, so be sure to check that out. Before we do delve into Area 51, I'm going to hand over to Past Me and tell you about a few of our sponsors. Before we begin today's show, I would like to take some time to remind you about our sponsors. Fantasy Grounds, a virtual tabletop of choice. All of the beautiful maps and roles you see tonight are done using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer and 40k minis for up to 20% off regular retail price. And Tabletop Loot, who sell incredible dice. Go and check them out at tabletoploot.com. Good job, Past Me. I think that just about covers it. And one final reminder for you in chat, we love seeing your clips. So whether it's a dramatic moment, a funny moment, or a romantic moment maybe, hit that clip button so that we can watch it back and we can add it to our reels. We do the best of RPG every week now. over here on Twitch and on our YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello! Check out our live schedule and please do join us here on Twitch. We're actually getting super close to 20,000 followers on YouTube. I think we need just over 100 more to hit that goal. And when we do, Will Jones, verified D&D sex icon, and myself will be doing an Ask Us Anything live stream on YouTube. So that will be something to come and check out. I've already prepped the alcohol. We are ready to go. But tonight, I hand over to the mighty Travis and his assault on Area 51. That's you, Trav.
Oh, right. The camera floats low over the yucca flats. Cactus flowers sit still in the desert evening, and tumbleweed gently rolls by. The year is 2020, and as the camera comes up higher, goes over a ridge, we see a woman sitting on the hood of her car in the lotus position, looking off into the distance, looking off into the stars. Who is this woman? What's she doing tonight? Kat, tell me a little bit about this person.
Well, this is Mimi Delacroix of the New Orleans Delacroix, and she believes Art Bell himself has told her that the truth is there, and that he has blessed her last year before the universe took his soul, God rest him, that she was to go find the truth. And she's got her things ready, and she is ready to do this for Art.
1 year ago, they raided Area 51. 1 year ago tonight. Most of them ran away. Some disappeared. And the government said only that they stand ready to defend the USA and its interests. But something's been happening to all four of you. You could feel it. You see it in your dreams, and you feel the hair standing up on the back of your neck. Al, as you drive by a billboard, buy the triple play bundle from Comcast Cable. And then the text, when you look back, changes. 3714-0N 115-4830W. And then the next billboard, you see them again. And the radio runs these numbers as you're looking at the dial. What's Al doing tonight?
Al's riding shotgun in this old Ford pickup truck. His friend Johnny driving. When Al notices all this stuff hop up on a billboard, he kind of like peers out the window, and he kind of like follows it as they pass. Johnny? He asks, "What the fuck was that?"
What was what, man?
It went from Comcast to showing the serial number of your I don't know. Just what was that?
I don't know, man. I don't see nothing. I'm trying to drive. I'm keeping my eyes on the road. I'm getting tired.
All right, well,
And
if
as
you want to pull
they're
up, we can.
confused. He pulls over to take a leak, and you guys stop at a gas station. And when you get out of the gas station, you see the gas numbers, the prices on the sign. It says 37. It says 14. It says 0. And the letter N. And premium is 115-48-30W. And as you're standing there looking at it, Charlie, whose character's name is
Lindsay.
Walker. What is Lindsay doing tonight?
Lindsay has just finished packing her mom bag full of the supplies that she is going to need for tonight. Because a year ago today, she went with her son down to the original run on Area 51 And Ryan had been so excited to go. He'd been wanting to meet his heroes, Ryan and Shane from BuzzFeed Unsolved, and they had actually been there. And it was a very exciting moment for him. So exciting that he completely forgot his mother and uncle were also there in the crowd, both wearing matching I Want to Believe t-shirts. It was a few days after that Uncle Nat disappeared. A lot of people weren't really surprised that Nathan had gone walkabout. But all the same, Lindsay and Ryan had done all they can to try and locate him. They'd made Facebook groups, Twitter hashtags. They'd even tweeted to BuzzFeed Unsolved a new mystery for them: the disappearance of Nathan Walker. It's been nearly a year now, and they don't know where he is. And Lindsay has decided that tonight, since Ryan is out with his friends, that she's going to take the drive back out to the desert. She's going to go and find some answers, maybe, or perhaps some peace at least, of wondering where Nathan is and what he's doing.
So she's ready to go, and she knows tonight is the night. Jack Donovan. What is Jack doing in this moment on this cool, it's dusk in the desert? What's Jack Donovan up to?
Jack has made his way out to the desert tonight because he has decided that since it's the year anniversary of the raid, and he was there to cover the original raid, as well as the disappearance of Nathan, being a local newscaster and reporter, he's decided to head back out there. He's got this nagging feeling this story deserves a follow-up. And in order to get a little B-roll footage and maybe see if anyone's shown up on the anniversary, he's headed down there to ask a few questions, dig around a little, and maybe see if he can go a little deeper than just this disappearance story and just the raid, because Jack has big dreams, and he's going to go national. And this might be his break. So he is ready. He's ready for this story.
What does Jack drive?
Oh, Jack drives an older model, so not a brand new one, but an older model Dodge Ram 1500. It's black.
Beautiful. Jack's Dodge Ram 1500 roars through the desert. Dust kicks up behind the back tires. Tear a path through the cactus flowers. And as he takes a corner, we see in the distance, what kind of car is Mimi sitting on?
Mimi is driving a 67 Impala convertible. It is a classic. It is in very good shape. It was a gift from her late husband, who he indulged her. And so now that she is no longer caring for him, she's free to use the funds to explore her interests a little bit more in depth.
Jack's car pulls up, and about 100 yards past where the two of you have parked is the gate to what is known as Homey Airport or Groom Lake. But you guys know that its true name is Area 51. Meanwhile, at the gas station, Al looks at the paper while his friend buys cigarettes. And on the front page, it says, "Tonight is the night," in big block letters. And then all the copy on the main news story are the numbers. What are the numbers? The same ones you saw earlier. 37, 14, 0N, 115, 48, 30W. All the way down all the way down, over and over and over and over again. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Al takes the newspaper, takes out his Zippo lighter, lights the newspaper on fire, and tosses it on the ground. I'm done with this. I don't like numbers. I got this calculator. Now you're adding numbers and letters. He looks up the sky. Why are you doing this? You chaotic being. I'm gonna go get a doob. And he goes back to John's truck, pops open the glove compartment, and realizes that John didn't stop while we were in Vegas. So he just sits in the car and stews. Try not to look at anything so he doesn't see those numbers.
Feel a powerful compulsion to head back into the desert. But there's something calling you from the desert. And while you're sitting in the car with the hair on the back of your neck standing up, learning names, Lindsay Walker is perhaps headed toward her destination. What's Lindsay Walker doing as we approach 6:37 p.m.?
She is probably busy fighting with the Bluetooth on the car, trying to get her Spotify to play through the speakers. It does this whenever she goes out. It kind of loses signal and pick up other people's Bluetooth, and all she wants to do is listen to Fat Lip and Fall Out Boy and remember the good times back in 2007-ish. So I imagine she's like looking down at the dashboard and it's going like, pairing. And she's like, yes, play the music, come on, we talked about this. And like hitting it because that's what you do when tech doesn't work. Just like smacking against that interface and just doesn't make a difference, but it makes her feel better.
At that moment, as you smack the radio, Al, the radio that is in the car, the truck that you're sitting in, just turned off while your friend is inside taking a leak. Lindsay and Al, your radios at the same time turn all the way up, and you hear Michael Hutchins begin, I need you tonight, cause I ain't sleeping. There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat. Loud as shit. So loud that the people in the gas station turn their head. The headlights are flashing on both of your cars. The dome light comes on. The emergency lights come on.
Al just gets out of the truck.
I think
Why?
Lindsay just like slams her foot on that brake and the car just like screeches to a halt in the middle of the road as she's being deafened and assaulted.
Meanwhile, near the gate, Jack gets out of his car. Off to your right, you see this woman sitting in the lotus position on the hood of her car. Beautiful vehicle. And to your left, you see the unmanned, cold and silent gates that say Homey Airport, government property, no trespassing. Trespassers will be shot. And there are also signs that the fence is electrified. What do you do, Jack?
I am going to walk up to this strange lady, and I've got my my little voice recorder out just in case she says anything interesting. And so I turn it on real quickly and say, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me? Hi.
Yes. Hi, darling.
Hi, I'm so sorry to interrupt. My name is Jack Donovan. I'm with the local news station. You may know me. I was just wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
I knew you were coming. A friend told me to expect you, but he didn't tell me what a delightful tall drink of water you were.
Oh, well, ma'am, that's very flattering. Thank you. You said a friend told you I was coming? What friend is that?
Well, I can't tell you any names, but he's going to get us inside.
Oh, he didn't tell me he was sending anyone else. Oh.
I'm surprised. He told me all about you.
Oh.
I hear you're a real news reporter. You know, that's my goal, is to find the truth as well.
All right. Well, hopefully we can find it together.
Yes, that would be lovely. Did he say when he would get you inside? I mean, I was told to wait here, and
he said he'd signal me, but that was pretty much it. He's very secretive.
Yes, I do. Always using a different name. I don't know, but I feel like I can trust him. There's a connection,
Sure.
a oneness.
I mean, I guess maybe trust. If you knew him back when I did, I don't know that you'd trust him quite as much. But anyways, he's inside. That's what we need. We need inside. So I guess it'll be fine for now.
Well, I'm still attuning that the vibrations out here are very different than what I'm used to. There's something different here.
Right. Very strange area. Why do you need to get inside?
Well, like you, I'm searching for the truth, and I want to get into radio journalism, the investigative reporting. Yes. Yes. I was being mentored by Mr. Art Bell. Have you ever heard him? He lives he lived about 7 hours south of here in a little town called Parham.
Yeah, heard of him. Okay, well, great. Lady after my own heart. Maybe we can work together on a documentary or something like that. Get our names out there.
Oh, that would just be wonderful. Aren't you the sweetest? I would love that.
I try. It's gonna be the start of a beautiful relationship. I feel it.
My name is Mimi Delacroix, but you can call me Mimi.
Pleasure to meet you, Mimi. Officially.
A pleasure to meet you as well, Mr. Donovan. And she offers her hand out to you, kind of you could either kiss it or give it a limp little shake type thing.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna kiss it. He's a charmer.
Oh. I knew I liked you from the beginning.
Oh. Well, you're a sweetheart.
Premonitions, aftershocks, day sleeping, wake mares. You've seen him in your dreams, but you know he's not a man. You don't know what it is. And all four of you in that moment feel something. It's not a voice in your head. It's a feeling that you get. A feeling that you get like something bad is about to happen. And you feel something say to you, "Meet me at Groom Lake." This is all four of you feel this in this moment. Al, what are you doing?
Al has gone in to the 7-Eleven or whatever the gas shop is. And I go up to Johnny and say, "We need to go to the lake."
What? The party's
lake.
Lake.
Yeah,
Oh, you want to go to the lake tonight?
yeah. Let's go to the lake.
All right, man. Let me get it's early enough. Let me get a cold 6. I'll meet you out there.
Cool. I mean, we go to parties all the time. Why? We could just go to the lake, have a couple
Yeah, I get it.
brewskis.
Yeah. If you
All
brew
right,
dogs
cool.
never hurt anybody, I'll be right back.
All right, you go get those brewliciouses. I'm gonna go sit in the trunk.
You get a headache like you've never had, Al. One of those migraines is sitting right behind your eyeballs,
Oh, I hate
giving you
those.
tunnel vision. You can feel that feeling in your shoulders and in your knees. This ache. You need to meet somebody at Groom Lake. And Lindsay Walker, what are you doing? Just your radio gets back under control. It's 7:15. Where are you? Where are you going?
She is driving back to where all the weirdness started. She's grabbed a cigarette out of the glove compartment, her one box that she keeps stashed there, and she only ever smokes when she's in her car, and today feels like a day when she could do 2 at the same time, but she settles for 1. But the thing is it keeps going out. And so she's turning off the aircon, she opens the window, then the window blows it out, and she shuts the window. And then it just keeps going out, and she cannot get this thing to stay lit. And so she's flicking her lighter just over and over, trying to keep this thing on fire, trying to keep an eye on the road in front of her. And occasionally glancing suspiciously at the radio, still wondering what the fuck her electrics are doing.
And you rip through the desert, and the critter jumps out of the way of your car as you go up over a hill and see 2 cars parked about 100 yards in front of the gate to Groom Lake. And you see 2 people having a lovely chat near the hood of the car, one of the cars. And you pull up and stop. What do you do?
I think she slows right down. She realizes it's kind of too late to turn off her headlights so she's not seen. But she kind of slows right down, and she angles the car so maybe she can make an easy turnaround, because she's not sure who this is, and she didn't want to run into trouble tonight. But as she slows down and squints into the dark, I think she would recognize Jack Donovan. He interviewed her not that long ago about Nathan. He's on the TV, every few days of the week. And she'll squint closer at the person sat on the bonnet of the car. She doesn't know who that is. But there's something strangely familiar about them, I think. And then she looks to the gates beyond and the fence. And she wonders if that's where he is. And she cuts the engine. And steps out of the car. Walks around to the front to go and greet Jack. Evening, Mr. Donovan.
Oh, Lindsay. Hey, I was kind of hoping I would run into you here tonight.
Oh, really? That predictable, huh?
Well, it is the anniversary.
Sure is. Seems
Um,
everyone had the same idea, huh? And she kind of nods towards Mimi.
yeah, this is my friend Mimi. She's also here to have a look around, see what she can find. We're collaborating on a documentary, actually.
That's awesome. My son Ryan really wants to get into documentaries.
Right, I remember that. He was real into those BuzzFeed guys, right?
Yeah. Whatever happened to them anyway?
I don't know. They just kind of disappeared after that big sex scandal. Can you blame them?
I mean, you call out one demon, someone's gonna come answering, right?
It's true. It's true. Mimi, real quick, did you
Yes.
say something right before Lindsay got here? I could have sworn I heard you say something.
Oh, well, yeah. It's where the vibrations here that are different, and now it's starting to come into tune. It's like music, the music of the universe weaving together. There's just one more line
Okay,
missing.
Mimi, this is Lindsay. You guys should say hello. And then he's gonna walk just a couple feet to the end of the other end of his truck and rewind his little recorder that's still going and see if he can hear anything in the recording.
How do you do, Miss Lindsay? My name is Mimi Delacroix. You've been here before.
Sure, I came down a year ago with my son and my brother, Nathan.
What was it? I wasn't able to make it last year. I was caring for my husband before he passed away. But it doesn't seem like you'd think there'd be more people coming back.
Well, we thought there were going to be more people on the day, to be honest.
Yeah. It is a bit isolated out here.
It's kind of a silly...
And over the hill behind you, you hear a truck. Someone's putting their foot on the pedal all the way. You hear an over-revving, half-diesel truck engine coming up over the hill. And just the light of two headlights without actually seeing the bulbs coming up behind you. And as all of you turn, I'm gonna rewind just a few minutes. What's Al, what's your friend's name who's driving the truck?
Johnny.
Johnny's driving. You guys are going to the lake. He's excited. He's ready to have a few. And you guys are driving, and then the radio turns on. You can kind of hear it. Johnny goes, "Oh, I love this song." And he turns it up. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and Johnny's foot is on the pedal of the truck. You can see the knuckles on his hands are turning bone white. His eyes have rolled back in the back of his head. The car starts to hit 70, 75, 80, 85. His head is resting on the back of his seat. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. And then you get some air coming up over that hill. Al, you've got moments before you start hitting like a bullet right at this gate that you can now see in the light about 200 yards in front of you. There's 3 cars parked in front of this gate you can see in the light of the headlights. What do you do?
Tucks and rolls, bails out of there.
Cool. First off, you take a stress point because Johnny's checked out. Second off, I want you to, let's go over here to your thingy. Need you to make a mobility roll at a -1 because you are jumping out of a speeding, moving vehicle.
So I got a mobility of 1.
So that's going to add to your agility. So you're going to end up, it's going to roll 3 dice for you, plus it's going to roll your stress.
Okay.
So technically you'll be rolling, you have the ability to roll 4 dice, but I just took 1 away from you because of the modifier for the speeding car.
Right on. Let's do that.
So when I ask you for that bonus, just do the -1.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not asking me for anything.
It's gonna happen.
Am I
folks.
doing something wrong?
No, just click the here. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Here, I got you. All right, so here we go. Nice one. Bang. What'd you get? No
I got-
successes.
Okay.
You make it out of the car. You didn't succeed, but you didn't fail. You fly out of the passenger door. You attempt to go into a tuck and roll. You feel something pop in your right shoulder. Hurts like hell. You spin and turn, go ass over tea kettle through the desert. You got brambles and cactus thorns in your legs and your ankles and your elbows. Everybody else near the gate, you see a car coming up doing about 110 through the desert, like a bullet right at the gate. It looks like it's on track to go right between Jack and Mimi's cars. Jack, you're standing toward Mimi's side of the car. This thing's coming right at you. Mimi, you're not sure if it's going to clip the hood or not. And Lindsay, you see all of this. What do you guys do?
I would like to drive to push Jack out of danger. That Mama Bird must protect instinct kicks in, and she just reacts to move Jack out of the way. Not particularly caring about herself, just Jack must not be in front of this vehicle. That would be a bad place to be.
Jack definitely lets that happen, and also lets out a little squeal of fear, and then picks himself up again. He's like, "Get out of the way, ladies! I'll help you," and then goes to help Mimi get out of the way as well.
Mimi trusts in the universe that he will not hit her car, and that if he does, he will have very, very good insurance.
What would you like us to roll, GM Trav?
I want everybody to take a stress point first off, because you've got a car coming right at you. And this was quiet until just a second ago. You hear Frankie Valli singing like hell, loud as shit, coming out of this truck, barreling through the desert. I want everybody to make me a mobility check. Except Mimi, who's not moving. Cool. All right, wait, let me see. Hold on, I'm headed that way. What do we got? All right. Jack, you pushed Mimi out of the way. Lindsay, you were helping Jack?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you didn't fail. So, this thing comes within your clothes flutter at how
Could I push my roll?
Sure.
Great. So I take
you
an
take a
additional
stress.
stress.
Yes.
And then I roll.
And then you re-roll everything.
There we go.
Beautiful.
That's how she does it. 3 successes.
You take both
please,
of them. Very nice. You take both of them. Everyone is launched over the hood of Mimi's car and goes tumbling onto the desert ground on the opposite side of the vehicle as the truck just absolutely crushes the gate to, what is this called? Homey Airport. Takes it right out. The truck makes it about 20 yards before it hits a pothole, jackknifes in the air, spins on the hood, and then rests upside down in a smoking hulk. And you can barely hear the Four Seasons going, "Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da, da-da, da-da. I love you, baby, and if it's quite all right, I need you, baby, to give me all that night." Anyway, having some fun tonight, folks. So, as you collect yourselves, why doesn't everybody give me observation checks? except for, oh, well, even you, Al, as you collect yourself. Oh my God, look at this.
Face huggers.
Okay, so here's what happens. Lindsay, you take a stress point.
Okay.
Oh, this is awesome.
For anyone wondering, I just rolled 2 face huggers on my 2 stress dice, and that's not good.
All 3 of you, Jack, Mimi, and Lindsay, have all botched their stress rolls, which means that all 3 of you need to roll me a d6 on your character sheet. This is a stress roll, which I believe actually has a... Okay, cool. Mimi, what's your current stress score?
Current stress is 1, unless you're giving me another one.
No, that you got just the 1 for seeing the truck.
Yep,
Is that right? Okay.
that is correct. Yep.
Hold on here. Here we go. All right. So 5, 6. Nothing happens to you. It scares the shit out of you. Jack, nothing happens to you. It scares the shit out of you. Lindsay, wait, Jack, what's your current stress score? 2? Jack and Lindsay, what are your current stress numbers?
My current stress is 3.
You're keeping it together. You managed to keep your nerves in check. Barely. Jack, what about you? How many stress you got? 2? 3? I think it's 2. There's no, unless you're above 3, you're fine.
So sorry, my sound bugged out for a minute, so I have no idea what anyone was saying.
Good.
If I need to do something, just let me know.
Oh, you're good. I think you have a stress of 2. So we're all going to keep really careful track of how many stress points we have. Because
I've added
you guys,
2 to myself, but
good.
Mine had 6 when I started.
Oh yeah, no. You started 0. I gave you 2.
Oh, okay.
So you're at 2.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you didn't start out that stressed. No. I imagine Jack was doing okay until the truck almost killed him.
Okay.
So yes. So just for the folks playing, keeping score at home, in this Alien RPG, your stress score is crucial because those points get added to every single die roll you make. So die rolls are very perilous in this game because you have a higher chance for success because you're getting more dice and more opportunities to roll 6s and succeed. But if you roll a 1 and get a face hugger on specifically those stress dice, you have to make a panic roll. And so everybody's under 6 right now. So you guys feel a shudder go through you. It's been a long time since you've been that scared. The gate is now annihilated, and the smoking hulk of Johnny's truck is about 20-25 yards away. Al, you pick yourself up out of the dirt. What do you do?
He starts shambling towards the direction Johnny's car flew off. Kind of looks like a walker from The Walking Dead. He's even groaning and moaning like one because he is pretty roughed up. Jumping out of a 110 moving vehicle probably doesn't feel good. And he has a metal knee, so he's going super slow, but he's like mumbling and grumbling. I knew this was gonna be like this. This always happens. There's nothing new. Paranormal all the time, and he looks up the sky. Are you happy now?
Your shoulder is badly strained. Go ahead.
The fourth part of our harmony has arrived. We are now in tune.
And Mimi didn't even look over her shoulder before she said that. She didn't even, and as she says that, a dusty, potentially injured young man emerges from the darkness. Jack, go ahead.
Do you think that was our way in? Because I was really under the impression it was going to be slightly less obvious.
I would say that was a sign.
Oh. Okay. This is I don't know about this. This is getting weird. I don't want to get shot. That sign seems really aggressive.
But they have to put that up.
That's true.
I mean, you go down
should we
the
check on
list.
that guy? I don't. Okay. Hi. Who are you?
Hi. You can call me Al. I'm Al Simon.
Are you supposed to be the one getting us in, or what just happened with that?
You guys don't have guns on you, do you?
Should we?
I don't know. Should Look, it's a simple question, lady. You a cop? You gotta legally tell me if you're a cop.
And Lindsay grabs her flashlight, feeling the menace in your voice, and just shines it like bang in your eyes. You want something?
Okay. Yeah, pain and adrenaline. And I want to find where my friend... Is that Johnny's truck?
Yeah, he flipped over. Did you not see that?
Oh,
was loud.
no. No, Johnny.
There's someone in the
man.
truck. And
Yeah.
seeing as you
I
are
assumed you just
talking
hit it
and
through.
moving, Lindsay's gonna take off down towards that truck to go and find out if someone is in it and someone is still alive, or if this guy is just high off his face and just jumped out of a moving vehicle.
Lindsay roams
Oh,
up.
Listen, Al,
man,
I
this
gotta-
is game over.
Al, I gotta ask you. What exactly are you doing here tonight?
We were just gonna go down to the lake, have a couple brewskis, listen to some music, do other cool college stuff.
And yet you've ended up with a vehicle through the gate of Area 51, and you don't find that strange at all?
Oh no, I find that strange, but I've lived a life in which that doesn't surprise me.
Welcome to Groom Lake. Most people aren't aware, but Groom Lake is a dry lake.
And why is it called a lake? It doesn't make any sense.
It was once a lake a very, very long time ago when the universe was much different than it is now.
What, the 70s?
It was a very different time.
It's, yeah. Helter Skelter, Woodstock. Hey man, don't get me
There were
wrong.
There were more people in touch with the earth back then and in the universe. And we need to find that harmony. And I know that we will find what we are looking for inside those gates that your friends so kindly opened for us.
Wait, hold on.
Lindsay is like halfway across no man's land, trying to get to this car.
Just
Lindsay,
hold on a
run up
second.
to the... Go, Al.
Oh, no, go for it.
Lindsay is running, her feet kicking up small puffs of dirt in the desert night. She approaches the smoking hulk of the upside-down truck. The wheels are slowly spinning. You duck your head to get a look at the driver. Johnny has taken a steering column to the chest. His breastbone is completely crushed. He looks straight ahead through the upside-down windshield, blood pouring out of his eyes and his nose and his ears and the hole in his chest. And Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons very quietly play on the broken stereo.
And she's gonna dive straight to her pocket to start calling 911. Because she knows you don't move stuff like this, and there's nothing she can do right now, so she's just like, 911!
Whoa! Who are you calling? What are you doing with that? No, you can't call them right now. We're in the middle of something.
Are you crazy? This guy's
He's
gonna
already
die!
He's
Is
dead.
that Johnny? Wait, he's dead?
based on the amount of blood that is leaked from his torso, I would assume, yeah, he's dead.
All right.
I've seen
He's
this
on
kind of
his
thing
way to
before. No one survives.
He's on his way to becoming one with the universe again. His purpose has been fulfilled.
Predestination? What are you on, lady? Look, as his friend, I feel like it's only fair that I act out his final wish in case that one of us died in the presence of the other. Okay? All right, hold
Sure.
on. He kind of limps over to the other side, the passenger side, and he reach in. He opens up the glove box, which is upside down, so everything just comes falling out. He pulls out a letter, and he opens it up, and it's written like a suicide note, but at the end it says, "This is all because Firefly was taken off the air." And he goes over and he places it right on Johnny's corpse. We were really into the community back in college. So, in the memory of Troy and Abed, we made contingencies. We'll get the show back on the air, buddy.
And Lindsay will place her hand on your back and say, "Curse his sudden but inevitable betrayal." And she's still like looking at her phone, trying to figure out if she should call an ambulance or something, because someone just maybe died in front of her. And this guy is clearly on a lot of drugs. And there's some hippie woman talking about the universe. She's not sure what Jack is up to, but you know, she's the responsible one, and she's gonna call because that's what you do when this happens.
Listen. He's already gone, okay? His friend here has made peace with it. They have a plan. Maybe this was their plan all along. Who are we to question it? We have an opening, and we need to take it now before the entirety of the US government is on top of this place.
You're insane. And she looks at you, but then she looks
dedicated.
towards the facility in the distance, and she feels that pull in the back of her mind. That man, he's out there. She needs to get there. And that tiny thread of insanity that was woven into her brain is beginning to grow and beginning to pull. Fine, let's go to the facility. There'll be someone there. How's that?
Wait, if we're really gonna go raid Area 51, which I feel like is very out of, very last year.
We're not.
But this
raiding.
time we're actually gonna do it. They didn't do it last year. We are.
Okay.
We're gonna do it.
Al reaches in on the back of the truck cab and pulls out a shotgun, starts loading it. He clicks it. We're from Texas. We never drive without our guns. Let's do this. Come on, dude.
I've covered a lot of stories on Texas, and he's right. It was definitely never leave home without it.
Mimi waited for Al to read his friend's letter and say his words, and then she said, "Shiny," just the way somebody would say amen at the end of a prayer. He was a leaf on the wind. Watch his spirit soul. And then she starts walking towards the buildings in the distance with her large tote bag over her shoulder.
All right. I didn't know how today was gonna go, but this is actually pretty underwhelming for a usual day for me. So if we could amp up the stuff, hell, takes the shotgun and fires it in the air. Let's do this.
Why would you? We're trying to be quiet. Everybody stop making all this noise. Car wrecks and gunshots. Oh my god. Okay. Can we just go?
We need to run at a 45-degree angle. Let's go. And Lindsay's got her torch and she set it to a fine beam so it's not going to cast a wide strobe of light, but we're going to be able to see where we're going across this ground.
Serpentine, serpentine, serpentine.
As my son Ryan would say, wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly. Here we go.
Yeah. Let's do this thing, as I would say.
Al just kind of shuffles along. Can't go any faster than a slow limp. Don't worry, guys. I'm coming. I'm right behind you.
As you guys did your shotgun blast, I put your shotgun on your sheet there, Al.
Awesome.
So,
I appreciate it.
How many shells do you have with you?
Probably.
Say he's got
enough.
like a box of 12.
Yeah, and he was able to put six in each pocket. He's got
Nice.
deep pockets,
Okay. Well, you just fired 2.
so now he has 10.
Beautiful. Keep track. So, feet kick up more dust in the desert night. As you guys get a little closer, everything on you that is metal is gently being tugged toward the facility. The rivets in your lace-up shoes, the coins in your pockets, the metal of the shotgun, even your crystal, Mimi, is gently responding to an electromagnetic pull towards Groom Lake. Off in the distance, you start to see light, and you start to see a low, it's like a shielded embankment coming up out of the ground at a 45-degree angle away from you. Does that make sense? You could walk up it like a slope. And it's about 50 yards away.
Is that what we're being pulled towards?
Yes. And this is, you see it for the first time.
So Mimi's now holding the crystal like this, and just almost like you would hold a dowsing rod, and is letting it guide her towards that slope. This way. This is where we must go. The truth is in here.
It is guiding you. And as you get closer, there is no signage. Some concrete pavement begins to appear under your feet. And there are circuits and dotted yellow lines for a perimeter guard to drive around on. But it's quiet. It's dead. There's no one outside. Some of the floodlights are on. Some of them aren't. 2 floodlights that are on are pointed right at the gate. The gate, again, is a slope headed up away from you at a 45-degree angle coming up out of the dirt. And as you guys approach, the 4 of you abreast. It's great, everybody walking. Bunch of badasses. The gate is up, I'd say about 2.5 feet. It's a sliver about the size of, about 36 inches along the ground. And there's light coming from under this retractable ramp.
Do we think we can squeeze under that to get in?
Yes, it looks just big enough if you laid flat on your belly to slide under.
Okay,
I am
who's going first?
totally-
Well, that's not all
I'll
volunteer at once.
I'll go last. Yeah, I'll go last just to make sure that all the ladies get in
picturing-
safely.
Mimi just downwards dog, yoga style, and
Yes.
just slither snake under this thing.
Exactly.
And then seeing Mimi do it, Lindsay will try and do it. She did yoga a couple of Sundays. It's less smooth, less slick, but she kind of gets down there and she's in the dirt and she'll follow Mimi under.
All right, I guess I'm
Al,
next.
go ahead. Yeah.
All right. I hope there's no aliens in here. That would suck. But I wouldn't be
There's
surprised.
no aliens. Just a lot of military people. Don't worry about it too much. You just go ahead.
And a hand comes back under the gate, and Lindsay grabs her mum bag and like pulls that thing underneath. She's not leaving that behind. Puts it up on her bag.
Al gets startled and points the shotgun down at the hand. Okay, it's just you. Okay, all right. Yeah, next time maybe, cry out, hey, Al, you're coming in. Why don't you grab it?
Texans.
Jack is gonna go in last, and before he slides under there, he's gonna pull out his cell phone and take a few pictures of the surrounding area, like the car wreck off in the distance, and just to make sure he knows exactly what everything looked like when they went inside. And he also wants to check his cell phone signal to see if he's got any signal.
It's all over the place. It's like blinking and then it recovers and it does that kind of countdown back up, and then it dies and it recovers, and it's
Okay.
wonky. It's weird. But your phone is working
Figured.
and you are taking
Okay.
pictures. The
All right.
room you're in right now, after all of you slide in on your bellies and stand back up straight and collect yourselves, is the most basic, simple waiting room with a receptionist desk that there ever was. You see the symbol of the U.S. government on an ornate placard on the opposite wall over the desk, and there are 2 double doors on either side of the receptionist desk. There's
Is
also
there a
a
little
men's and
bell?
women's restroom off to the left and right side.
Is there a little bell on the desk?
No.
Like, when you go to the doctor's office? No.
All right. We're in. What are we
I'm still
doing,
taking
guys?
pictures.
So you're taking pictures, and one of the things that jumps out at you right away is this is so sterile, and you're pretty sure that the phone that's on the receptionist desk is not plugged into anything. And the computers that you see are like the computer room. They're in excellent condition, but this is you would recognize this immediately as a computer that hasn't been in manufacture since the late 90s. You're talking about a Tandy 286, can't remember those scan monitors, the old school chunky as shit.
CRT?
CRT.
LCD. Thank you, CRT monitors. Thank you. And it's
Does
like
it have
being
lemmings
in a,
installed on it?
And does it have a DOS prompt blinking?
Do you attempt to turn it on?
Mm-hmm.
You do. It gently boots up, and yes, there's a DOS prompt.
Mimi's going to take her crystal and kind of wave it over the computer as they're bringing it up, and then she's going to wait and see if the crystal tugs her through to either one of the sets of double doors.
It seems to be that it's pulling you, and the gear in your pockets and the pull on everything metal is just pulling you on the other side of this wall and deeper into the facility.
But not to any set of doors in particular.
Not specifically.
Al goes over to the CRT, puts the shotgun down, and he starts inputting commands to enter certain files, or the file explorer.
You hit r/file, or what it wasn't r/, was this Reddit? It was like :/dir, just to see what's installed on it. And it's got Minesweeper and Solitaire and the OS and DOS, and that's it. It's like factory. It's like right off the factory, and looks completely unused.
He inputs the command show secrets.
Nothing happens.
Boot Zork.
What did it used to say? No such commander file name? Isn't that what it was? No such commander file name?
Jack sees him doing this and says, listen, Al, it looks like you're having a lot of fun over there, but I would really like to get moving. That seems to be worthless to us. And the faster we can get in and out of here and figure out whatever there is to figure out, then the better. So quit it.
Look.
Let's go.
Look. I don't know if anybody ever told you this, but the secret to everything can be found in the great underground empire, okay? He takes the CRT monitor.
Have you tried
pulls it,
tapping in 42?
and he tosses it at the door to see if it will break through said door. If it could.
Are you going to continuously make all the noise possible for the rest of the night? Just let me know now. I need to know.
Yes! I'm a loud person. I am an actor.
You're gonna get us all killed.
Mimi walks over to the other set of double doors to see if she can just push them open or if there's a handle that she can pull it open.
And Lindsay is right there where Mimi is at the other set of doors.
The two of you open the doors. They're like, these sort of heavy, triple weight wooden doors with the big brass handles, and they open up. On the other side of the door is another sterile room, however, and both doors lead to the same room. This room is about as big as a Walmart. It is a massive, massive workspace with rows and rows and rows and rows of identical desks, computers, lamps, and phones. It looks like that shot in Brazil when they zoom out, and it's just desks and desks and desks and desks, and it seems to go on all the way to the back of this massive room. In the center of the room is a circular shaft about 30 feet around that attaches to the ceiling and has curved double doors on the front of it. It looks to be about a 5-minute walk across the room through the desks.
Maybe pulls out one of those cardboard disposable cameras that you have the film winder on it, and she pulls it out and she takes a couple of pictures with that, make sure she winds it, and then puts it back in her bag. She goes, I think we're meant to head that way.
Are the lights on in this room or is it dark?
The lights are absolutely on. It's that stale, dull, ugly Walmart fluorescent light that just will give you a headache after too long a time in there.
Yeah, Jack is definitely still taking a few pictures then, but he's going to start walking towards the tube thing.
Maybe we should find a key card. Maybe we should find someone.
So the two of you, Mimi and Lindsay, start to walk through the room. Jack, Al, are you following them? What are you doing?
Yeah. Al is just going to follow.
The only thing I want to do is I kind of want to stop at one of the desks before we get all the way there. Just a random one halfway through or whatever, and just check it out real quick and open a drawer or two and see if there's anything in there or if it's just completely sterile.
Cool. You open a drawer, and there's nothing in it. You open another drawer. It's like a really old pack of lifesavers. It's been happy. You open another drawer, and there's a small AM/FM radio laying on its back.
I'm going to take that.
But it's turned off.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take it. And I'm going to try to, turn the little knob, see if it'll turn on and do anything.
You turn it on, and right away, you hear, "Wise men say only fools rush in."
Oh, I have to be quiet, but she can listen to Elvis.
I turn it off. I was just seeing if it worked.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Wait, what?
Elvis may even be in here.
Elvis
Mimi's
is dead.
not wrong on that one.
He died on the pooper.
No, that's what they want you to think. The king lives.
Oh boy. You were right,
Okay.
Al. Let's look for someone.
Let's look for someone because this one thinks that Elvis is
Hey,
still alive.
You're high as a kite and think Firefly should be renewed. Let's not judge.
Well, wait a second. That sounded very negative, and I happen to also think Firefly should have been renewed. Is this going to be a problem amongst all of us? Because I feel like if we need to talk it out, we can talk it out now.
In the moment,
Well, maybe
maybe it should
not
have been
even
renewed,
high.
but
We didn't stop.
time has passed, you know? He made
Victory.
Castle since then, and that was great. Catch, the last season
Might
was
need a
kinda
new
crap.
pair of tight pants, but
All right.
All right.
Let's go for this door. I jiggle the handle. What happens?
All right. It's a massive column. As you approach it, and your hand reaches up to touch this panel, which is blank, just sort of a square on the wall. As the pad of your finger gets dangerously close to touching the wall, a little blue spark goes off right between your finger and this panel. And the doors shudder and open. As they open,
I got the touch.
blood immediately rolls and spills out from between the crack between the door. There was at least 2 inches of standing blood in the elevator. It creeps out and touches your shoes, Al. It slowly rolls down outside of the elevator. Inside the elevator are 3 completely annihilated corpses. And I say annihilated in that they're shredded like at a salad bar. There's pieces of them all over the place. When I say there's 3 of them, you only know that because you can count 3 heads.
Oh, as soon as the blood touches Al's shoe, he screams like a girl. Like a shriek.
You all take a stress point. Everybody log a stress point.
Like a
can
baby.
he absolutely ignore this? This does not fit
I'm
in with
taking
her
pictures.
reality of what is supposed to be happening here. Could she use her oblivious talent?
Yeah, I think that's a really cool thing. So Mimi, we've in the quick start thing here, they get the pre-gens get talents that have unique effects. So since we're making original characters and these rules aren't out till December, Mimi has a unique talent to basically sort of cognitive dissonance, right? She just doesn't register it. And you get to use it once per scene, and so you don't take a stress point.
So she's just like, she calmly just kind of is stepping through, like she's wading through liquid, but she's oblivious to the liquid. She's in a pair of really strappy high heels, like sandals, and she just kind of steps into the elevator. And she's like, well, I wonder what floor we need.
Oh,
There are no buttons.
you're not gonna say anything about the blood and the bodies and the fact this is Area 51 and there's blood and there's bodies.
Well, this is Area 51. That's why we're here, is to explore and to learn the truth. Because the truth is in here. We just need to find it.
All right,
Rabbit.
Scully, go find Mulder.
With this amount of blood and obviously dead bodies, having seen a lot of CSI, suspecting obviously murderer had to exit the elevator. Murderer must have a lot of blood on them. Lindsay wants to look at the pad to see if any of the floors have like blood fingerprints on them.
You can
Because that's the
see
floor we
where
don't want to go to.
Well, it's like one big elevator right in the middle of this room. It's this, the elevator car, essentially, is what you're looking at. There's mesh grating against a concrete reinforced back wall. There's blood everywhere. They clearly scrambled. As you look up at the ceiling, there is a corroded hole in the ceiling about the size of a small trampoline, about 40, 45 inches across around. The metal has dripped and frozen as if corroded with acid. These men clearly scrambled. You see signs of small arms fire. And as you look more closely at what's left of them, you see 3 service pistols and their belts, which have flashlights. It's what's left of the security guard gear and their standard issue Glock pistols strewn around the elevator car.
I'm gonna pick up one of the guns and one of the big flashlights. Also, is there an ID? Can I see an ID somewhere?
All 3 of them have security guard ID badges.
All right, I'm gonna pick up all 3 of the badges, and I'll take one, and I'm gonna give one to Mimi and Lindsay. Not that it'll help us at all, but maybe it'll swipe something. Here, just in case these come in handy. Sorry, Al, there's only 3.
No, it's okay. I understand. This is typical.
Well, you can have mine. My friend nailed me one that she pulls her
No.
pulls her bag.
Wait,
hands
you
you the
had
one
a
that-
key? You had a key card this entire time.
Well, we haven't needed it.
All right,
don't
just
The
give
give
me
me
card
up.
that Mimi is holding up is an original 1970s Tug McGraw baseball card in mint condition.
You know what, Mimi? Why don't you keep
Um,
this key card? Because I don't think that one's going to be opening anytime, any soon.
Well,
Lindsay is going to read aloud the names of the security officers that were in here.
I will read you the text that you find on these security badges. It says in plain black lines of text under the photo of the security guard in question. Why is it that a role to be the place of the indistinct mass? Any primordial void is demanded by the creation which destroys the awesome thought. A void is precluded by devotion. It is not false nemesis. A dream can be vitality. It is often some brilliant closure. A man is charm. It is often some final pattern. Any shadowed thought radiates thy poison.
I'm sorry, what?
You know, Travis, I changed my mind. I liked it better when I was the GM doing random stuff to you, not you doing it to me.
that's why.
Twas I said the weird shit this time, Charlie.
Twas indeed, sir. And Lindsay will slowly read over that a couple of times, trying to find the sense in the sentences, but eventually just it's nonsense. It's clearly nonsense. But she's gonna keep a hold of. I think Jack said Jack had one, so I'll keep the other 2. Unless Al kind of indicates that he wanted one.
No, he's going. He's grabbing the. Did they have rifles or did they have sidearms or what did they have on them?
They have sidearm Glock pistols.
Any tasers?
The clips are empty, but they each have an extra clip in their belts. So you have 1 clip per pistol, which is 13 rounds if you guys want to keep track. Do they have... What was the question? Tasers?
Tasers.
I'm gonna say no because they're not cops.
Okay.
This is
Al
private
picks up-
security who just have a sidearm.
Al picks up the head, one of the heads, and he kind of ties a tuft to his belt. You know, just in case we need to get
No. Put the no.
retinal scan. Oh, I'm sorry. She believes that
Oh, you
Elvis
think
is
this
still
is a
alive.
fucking Tom Cruise movie? We do not need to retinal scan a dead man's head. Put it down.
We are
You don't know where it's been.
51. It's been on his head.
I mean,
Were
we
there
probably should at
any-
least grab a finger, right?
Were there any
I don't
buttons
know if
at
they-
all? Or key slots?
No buttons.
Anything,
No buttons.
any place to slot a card?
No.
Well,
There is a panel. There's a panel,
Okay.
just like there was a panel that Al touched that was just like blank, just like something raised about the size of a 3x5 card. On the inside right of the elevator is another one of those panels.
So Mimi will take her card out that her contact sent her and hold it up to the panel.
Are you all four in the elevator?
Yes.
Yes.
The elevator shutters. You almost lose your footing. The doors slowly shut. I don't know if any of you have ever gone into a salt mine before. I have, about 15 years ago.
live in a salt mine.
This is really, real true. Grand Saline, Texas has a massive Hershey Kiss-shaped salt deposit about a mile below the surface of the earth. The elevator ride down into this salt mine takes about 25 minutes, okay? It goes nice and slow. As this elevator descends, 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by. You start to taste something salty in the air as you breathe it. 5 more minutes. What do you guys do in this, anything as you've been in this elevator going down for that big fat 15 minutes?
Lindsay is visibly agitated, and she's got her lighter out. She has no cigarettes with her. They're still in the glove compartment of her car. So instead, she is just like flicking open and closed this Zippo lighter just over and over again. Just that really repetitive snapping noise that she's...
Al reaches over and places a hand on the Zippo lighter. Stop that.
Sorry.
Mimi,
Then he starts checking for his Zippo lighter.
Mimi's humming Girl from Ipanema.
Jack is trying to take pictures of everything. He'll pick up an arm and like take a picture of the underside of the arm, or like any markings and hair, just all the blood, just anything that he thinks might be able to use later.
Lindsay, you recover 1 stress. The elevator goes 5 more minutes, and then 5 more minutes. And now the taste of salt is very distinct. It's fresh, and you can start to see wisps of it, little white dots moving through the air. The elevator comes to a slow halt. A thunk. The doors shutter and begin to open. Outside is an empty lobby area with couches and end tables. You see a Coke machine and a simple vending machine and 2 water coolers. And on the walls is brass raised text. The text says, I lost my internet. The internet won't let me do anything today. That's not what the text says, folks. Quotations from the fragment of heavy modes. Why is it that a totality be the realm of this spiritual pattern? Any divisibility cannot be the sagacity of this indistinct mortality. The universal void is precluded by the devotion which negates the omnipotent song. And ignorance violates the charm of the terrible judgment. And if our horizon be the portal of their unknowable closure, then a topic isn't poison. It is not pure passage. And this goes on for the entire wall. There are glyphs of red and purple that don't make sense. Strange symbols that you do not recognize. There are double doors to your right with a green stripe going along the wall, and double doors to your left with a black stripe going down the wall.
We're not splitting up. Don't even suggest it. You pick a hallway, we're all gonna follow it. I'm
Mimi
not
pulls out a roll.
dying in here today. I'm not
Amy
going to
pulls out a
end
roll
up
of quarter.
like Bill. And he points to the head.
She walks over to a vending machine. Anybody else thirsty? I have that taste in my mouth. It's kind of salty. She's opening up a
You
roll
too?
of
I
quarters
thought that
and
was
starting
just
to
me.
feed him into the machine.
I don't know if it's a good idea to imbibe anything that's down here, to be honest.
Mimi, why give this machine your hard-earned money when you could just do this? And he levels the shotgun,
Oh,
unloads
please
2 rounds into it.
don't. Oh my god.
Lindsay's gonna stoop and pick up the remaining sidearm, deciding that everyone here is insane and she might need it later.
Maybe just steps over to the next machine to avoid the spewing and spraying sodas. Puts quarters in the machine.
Don't worry. This is how you drink soda. And he like goes in front of the torrent of mixed sodas that are popping out of the machine and just gets like a little mouthful. I love Dr. Coke Pepsi. Ew, ginger ale.
Those of you who are not interacting with the vending machine, give me observation checks. I can do it for you here.
One
Just a
success for me.
Okay, I've got to get back into...
I don't
That's
understand what a success
Jack
versus
rolled
failure
one success
is.
on a stress die.
Okay. Jack Donovan got 1 success. Lindsay Walker got 1 success. Neither of you botched your stress dice, which means that you look over at the double doors with the black stripe, and there is blood pooling around the door frame on the floor, staining the carpet. You didn't notice it at first, it's just a little bit, but it's red and it's stale. And it's
Or
pooling
dead
around
people
the
that way.
gray carpet.
Should we be going to the dead Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Yes, we should go to the story. Go to the dead people. I've got this. This is gonna be fine. This will be worth it.
Jack,
None of
Jack.
us
I'm sorry,
die.
Mr. Donovan.
Yes.
Why are we heading towards the corpses? What if
That
What if
is
we're
where
following?
the story is.
That is where death is, apparently.
No,
Death is a
that
pretty
is
good
what-
story. I don't know if you've seen the news lately. It's kind of my
That's where
bag.
death-
Watch the news.
That's where death has been. You want to go where death has already been because he's not coming back.
Well, I don't know about that, but okay, I'm to the death, and I start walking towards the bodies or the blood.
Lindsay reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder.
Oh.
To kind of stop
Yes.
you for a second. Jack, are you
Yeah.
feeling okay?
No, I feel terrible. This is not. I've already watched a guy die. There's 3 dead bodies over there. There's more blood this way. This is not my typical day of reporting. But it's gonna be fine. We're gonna get a really good story. We're all gonna get lots of notoriety. Mimi and I are gonna do a documentary. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, so
Or we're all gonna die.
No, that's not what happens. The newsman always gets the story.
The
how it works.
the newsman's always the first to die.
That's not true. You're wrong. You're just. I'm gonna go over there. I start walking.
Have you ever seen Godzilla? The guy gets
No.
smushed.
You open the doors?
Yeah.
Jack does it?
Yeah.
You open them
Trying to be
out or
brave.
in?
Oh, do they go both?
They go both.
I'd probably pull it towards me.
Excellent. As you pull it towards you, a slumped corpse who was sitting with his weight resting on his shoulders slides out to your feet. His head is nearly torn off, and his belly has been split open, and his guts are hanging out. His gun is missing. As you open the doors, clear as a bell, you hear the Ronettes. The night we met, I knew I'd needed you so. I got that Phil Spector wall of sound. Bum, bum, bum. And if I had the chance, I'd never let you go.
What is going on? I back up like
So
10
won't
paces.
you say you love me?
Does anyone else hear that? I'm not the only one that hears that, right?
Mimi's humming
I don't know what
along,
you're talking
taking
about,
pictures of
Birdie.
the wall.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jack.
We go, so don't you please. Sorry.
Al goes over to the dead guard, starts pulling out some of the intestine, and kind of wrap it around him like a strap, which he then finishes taking off the security guard's head and starts making a sash of heads.
Lindsay levels
No,
that
I-
sidearm at you. She's like, how do we know that you're not the one who did all of this, huh? You just showed up in the middle of the night, you bust through with a truck, you just start wrapping yourself in dead parts of people.
Look,
I really
If
didn't
it's
think
zombies,
he was
they
high
won't eat
until
me.
now. I'm pretty convinced now that he is definitely high. I had questions before, but dude, are you on bath salts? Like, what the fuck, man?
no.
Mimi's taking a
If
picture
it's
of
zombies, then they won't eat me because I'm covered in dead flesh. And
If they were
there's a
zombies,
monster-
these guys would already be eaten. There wouldn't
These
be
guys
any
would be
guts
up
left.
and talking to us if it was zombies.
Do you know that a head can be an excellent distraction if I throw it at something?
Do you know
I'm
what could
just
be a
using
better
what I got.
distraction? A bullet in the face.
I only got 8 of them left.
How hard did you hit
shooting
your
them,
head
that's
when you
so
jumped
nice.
the truck? I feel like
Pretty
Jack
hard.
and Lindsay are very busy yelling at Al as they break
Pretty
the
hard,
toilet
and then he
moving.
like turns around, and in the back of the head, there's like blood seeping down the back of his neck.
Oh shit! You have it. Yep. Goes into mom bag and pulls out like one of those pre-wrapped bandages kind of situation. Starts like taking out the saran wrap, putting it
First
around
aid.
your head.
Thanks,
Gets a
Mom.
little
Maybe-
safety pin out.
Mimi's still humming Be My Little Baby and is taking more pictures.
Mimi, your crystal is humming.
No.
We found it. We found the tune.
The what?
Wait,
The other
what?
three of you can feel it.
Excuse me? The tomb?
Yes, the tune. Can you hear the music of the universe?
Oh,
Oh,
the
tune.
tune. I thought you
Yes,
said
okay.
tomb.
Yeah,
Which
so
I was
did
going
I. I
to-
was
The tune.
I was
Not
going
down
to cover
with
myself
mummies.
more parts.
no, not
Nope.
down with mummies. I
Not
didn't
down with the
bring
undead.
enough toilet paper for that. Okay, tunes.
Yes.
Right.
The music of the universe that vibrates through all of us.
Is,
Can you not feel it?
I
that's
heard
kind of-
something.
Rude.
And Mimi's gonna take the crystal and try to touch Jack's forehead with it.
Quick, stop it.
What, you don't believe in
not-
holistic medicine?
I
music
don't
of the
know
universe.
where that's been. Okay.
It is a tune.
So the crystal. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was done.
The crystal is pulling you gently to the right. There are corridors headed in front of you, to the left, and to the right. In front of you, you see that the corridor goes down for about 100, 200 feet, and then there's a four-way junction, and then another one, and another one. And it goes on so long that you can't see the end of the hallway in front of you. The crystal is pulling you towards the right hall.
She will follow the crystal again. She's holding it out again like she did before, as if it was a dowsing rod, and she's just following the crystal. This is the way. It is. The music is calling to us. If we just follow it.
Oh, wonderful. All right, well, let's just follow the music. It's gonna be great. I feel like I need more body parts.
Look, I would loan you some, but I don't have any extra.
No, that's fine. We'll just, follow the corpses. Follow where death has been. Or maybe that's where death is going.
Watch your footing, it's a little slick.
Oh, thank you. And he just
Steps
slips.
over a puddle of blood.
You guys walk down the right hall. You go down the right hall. There are no doors on either side. You approach a four-way junction. You can go left or straight. The crystal is pulling you to the left.
She will continue to follow the crystal.
Is everybody following Mimi?
Yes.
You walk down another
Celeste.
200-foot. You walk down another 200-foot corridor. As you get about halfway, there are doors onto your left and your right. At the end of the corridor is another four-way junction, and it keeps on going. The crystal is pulling you forward.
Mimi, do you have any idea what that thing is after? Or has this happened before? Is this common with this crystal?
It is attuned to the universe, to the vibrations, the music
Okay.
of the cosmos. And
So,
That-
it has guided me here to show me the truth that we can
Okay,
communicate.
it's not like I have anywhere better to be right now. It's fine. Story. We're gonna get a story. It's gonna be fine.
you know what's going to be hilarious? When we follow this crystal, and there's a giant monster at the end of this, and all
you
three
ever
of you guys
think that-
die.
No, did you ever think that covering yourself in raw people meat might actually attract a monster?
I've seen enough episodes of The Walking Dead to know that that's not how that works.
This is
They're
not
trying to
zombies.
communicate. They're trying to communicate with us. We just have to follow the music.
Yeah, and if it's intergalactic aliens that hunt people, maybe they'll just see this and think, hey, I got trophies, and they'll respect me as a warrior.
Or you'll look
Sure.
like a snack.
Or I'll look like a snack, but then I'll throw a head at them and run.
Looking like a
Sugar,
Hey.
dun, 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 dun. Oh, honey, honey, dun, 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 dun.
Maybe we're just going to a really weird underground karaoke show, everyone. It's just
It's
great.
piping over the loudspeakers in this hallway, and you notice that it's very directional. It's like those special speakers they have that are pointed straight down. It starts to maybe feel drowsy.
You
Little
realize
dope.
how old this music is?
Yeah,
Some
it's
music
weird.
is timeless.
Oh, I feel kind of sleepy.
I mean,
Crystal
Wait.
pulls you
my dad
forward.
listens to this stuff all the time.
Crystal pulls you forward. You go through another four-way stop. You go down another 200-foot corridor. There are doors on left and right, and another four-way corridor down the hall. The crystal is pulling you forward. What do?
I continue forward. The music
Should we
calls.
rest for a minute? I'm tired. It's late.
Yeah, Jim and Bill are kind of, they agree. They want to rest too.
Who and what now?
Jim and Bill. This one's Jim, and he pats one of the heads, and this one's Bill.
Never mind. I'm not staying anywhere with him for more than 5 minutes at a time. Let's
we
go.
gotta keep going. We can't just camp in the middle of this place. Come on. I'm tired too.
There's-
Hold on. And she goes into her bag and she pulls out a fresh pair of cans of Coke and she passes one to Jack and she'll open hers and she'll offer that out to Mimi.
Did you take that
Did
from the
Mimi
machine?
get- I was gonna say, did Mimi ever get anything from the machine?
Mom bag.
Man, you're prepared.
Not for this. And she looks around the hellscape that is Area 51.
Hellscape.
Mimi pulls out her water bottles. I try not to put chemicals in my body.
Walking
I'll
down
take the
another
goat.
hall. The crystal pulls you forward. You go through another four-way junction. The crystal pulls you to the right. You follow it?
Oh yeah, she's following this all the way to the end.
You go through another 200-foot corridor. Halfway down it, there are doors on your left and your right, and another four-way junction toward the end. What do you do?
Is the crystal
Does
guiding
anyone-
me in?
Are we going
Straight
in
ahead. The
circles?
crystal's guiding you straight ahead.
We just have to keep going.
Has anyone been keeping track though? Are we going in circles right now? Are we back where we started, or are we going down?
And using her really good memory, Lindsay is going to attempt to recall the route that we have so far taken through Area 51.
Sure. Lindsay knows enough to know that if you haven't gotten lost already, it's a matter of time. Everything is identical. And the music continues to drone and make you drowsy. There's something sort of banal and creepy about AM Gold Radio. It will never stop, and it goes on and on and on forever, just like the corridors of this floor.
It's almost something
crystal
poetic
pulls you
about it.
forward.
Travis, are there any stripes on the wall on this floor? Like below we had the black stripe and then the other stripes.
There is a single black stripe running across the wall of both sides of the hallways.
Okay, it's the same.
I'm
And
gonna
as you-
take.
Go ahead.
I was gonna take my pencil out of my bag, and as we start walking, I'm gonna start making marks on the wall, so I can
Excellent.
make sure we're not going in circles.
So you start your breadcrumb trail. The crystal pulls you to the right. You follow it. In this hallway, you see a mutilated corpse leaning up against the wall of the door on your left, with a four-way junction down at the end. The crystal pulls you forward.
There's too many dead people here. I don't like it.
He just casually steps over the corpse and keeps going.
Does that one have a clip?
Yes.
And can I take it?
Yes.
I take it.
Is there anything detached from that corpse?
No. Something has bitten his shoulder and his neck bad enough to remove most of his collarbone and the side of his neck.
What the hell got loose in here? It's like a bear or something. And she's gonna go rustling through the mom bag for the bear alarm.
The barrel
It's
alarm?
like Mary Poppins bag over there.
Oh yeah,
We
mom
went
bags are.
camping once, and the guy at the camp store said I should get one of these. And she like holds it up.
Okay.
I've never pushed the button, but I'm real tempted about now.
I don't know what it is with you people and making as much noise as is humanly possible. Just
Relax,
Put it in
relax,
the
Jack. I'm
back
not
in
pushing
the bag.
Relax, Jack. If there was a monster or anything that is just prowling around, it probably would have already found us, right?
Not if it went back to its lair to take a nap and we are walking straight towards that lair.
See,
You
now
guys
we're
have
in agreement.
watched way too much Netflix. And Lindsay's gonna stoop down and check this guy for any ID, etc.
Jack, give me an observation check. Which I can make for you, actually.
I can do it.
Then do it.
I want to participate.
Participate.
Okay, I did it. I don't know what any of that means, though.
Oh, you only got
You see
3, 4,
everything.
5, 6 successes.
Oh,
You are keenly aware, as Jack says, monster. You look past him at the corridor. You were coming from the one behind you. Jack's looking at a thing. You look past his shoulder. Lindsay's down looking at her bag. Mimi's facing straight ahead with her crystal. And Jack, you look over Al's shoulder and you see a black shape. And I'm talking black, with gentle highlights on its shoulders and its knees and its tubular head that is pointing straight up and down perpendicular with the ground. It is crouching with its elbows on its knees. It has no face, and you cannot see a mouth. It is crouched facing perpendicular to you, left to right. It is 2 junctions away. But you can even at around, 200 feet, you can see this thing clearly. And it is deadly still.
I freeze in place, and very, okay, and very, very quietly, I say to everyone, don't move a muscle.
Al pops up. What are you talking about?
God damn it, Al! There is something back there behind you. Don't look.
Oh, like a monster?
The monster was a minotaur at the center of the labyrinth.
Can you all shut up? And he's gonna slowly pull the gun out and aim it at the creature. Very slowly. And he's gonna wait, and if that thing moves a muscle, he's gonna shoot. But for now, he's just frozen in place.
Okay, let's move through this. Lindsay, what are you pulling out of your bag? I can get a name. What is Lindsay pulling out of her
Lindsay,
bag?
sorry, I forgot I was Lindsay. Lindsay is pulling. I was busy looking for alien sound effects. Okay, I was busy looking for alien sound effects. Lindsay is pulling that bear alarm out of her bag, and it's kind of like one of those canister things. It's more like an air horn than anything else. You just push, and it like extends this ridiculous amount of noise. And then in her other hand, she's still holding that sidearm that she just picked up and hasn't figured out what to do with yet. It's just in her hand.
Mimi, the crystal pulls you forward. Lindsay, as you check your pistol, you look over your shoulder, and you notice that Jack has noticed something while Al is talking. Mimi, what do you do?
Oh, Mimi continues forward. She pauses for a minute as Jack had said to not move a muscle. And then she kind of looks over her shoulder, sees Jack pulling again. Well, he's going to take care of it in her head. So in her head, it's, oh, well, Jack will take care of whatever it is behind us. And she continues forward.
Mimi, quit! Stop!
She walks off.
Oh, God.
She walks off. Mimi, you walk for a second, and as the rest of you watch the shape to see what it does, Mimi, your crystal takes you about 25 feet to a door on your left and a door on your right. And then the crystal stops pulling you forward. And you get the feeling that it is one of these 2 doors. The beast remains still.
She'll wait there for the others to catch up before she goes into a door.
You turn around and you see that everyone is staring at something in the opposite direction of where you're standing.
What are y'all looking at? It's whatever we're looking for was behind one of these 2 doors.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for, but I think something else has been looking for us.
Is that why you have your gun out? Weren't you going to shoot it?
Yes. If it moves,
everyone just back away slowly. Make yourself nice and small and back away slowly. As the GM
backing
plunges
away
further
slowly.
into darkness.
Sorry, the GM's playing with his lighting. As you slowly back away, it remains still. You get to within 15 feet of Mimi, and the beast begins to stand upright. It is at least 8 feet tall.
I shoot.
I
Shoot
really
it.
thought that was going to be just a prop from a movie.
Oh, this is a bad idea, but I shoot it.
All right, let's do a round of initiative, and that's initiative dice.
Okay.
I don't wanna, but I gotta.
Nine for me.
All right. Well, my internet is getting crazy. All right, 9.
Okay, so the order is Mimi, Lindsay, Al, Jack. Mimi
will
got
be
a 10. I got a 9. Al got a 4, and Jack got a 3.
Mimi, what do you do?
Mimi just stands there and waits for the others while she sees what Jack's doing, and I think she's just kind of watching, waiting for him to shoot this thing.
Okay.
To-
The crystal
pretty much
is
just
pulling
stand
you toward the crystal is pulling you toward the door on your right. Took you a second to realize that. Lindsay, what do you do?
Lindsay is gonna just shoot as this thing moves, and it's becoming clear it's not just a prop from a movie, as she was trying to convince herself. So she'll take a shot at it. She doesn't even aim, but then the gun just clicks because she didn't know it needed new, I was gonna say batteries, new bullets, new clip in it. She just hadn't inspected it or thought about it. She just raised it, and you just hear a click, as there's nothing in it to fire.
So it's a good time to point out to the viewers at home that in Alien, every round, each character can take a slow action and a fast action. Slow action being an attack, reload, reach down and touch your shoe or tie your shoes. A fast action is you can move, you can throw something, you can grab somebody. You get one of these two actions. Lindsay dry fires her weapon, and then do you reload with your slow action?
No, with her slow action, she raises the other hand when the gun doesn't go off and just fires the air horn bear alarm at this thing. It's just a loud blast of sound.
Loud as shit. When you do that, it turns its head towards you. Al, what do you do?
Al turns around, levels shotgun, fires.
Okay, it's pretty far away. You still fire?
Still fire. It's the
Give me a
only
range
thing I
combat
got.
roll.
Of course he does. He fires at everything.
Your shotgun is actually towards the bottom of that sheet. I entered it in for you.
Yeah, I hit attack.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, you did you? And
I did.
Come on, buddy. Let me get over here. Ah, you miss. Bullets pockmark all over the wall, the floor, and ceiling. The beast
fast
lowers its. Oh yeah, fast action.
Fast action. Take one of the heads and throw it at the beast.
Excellent. It rolls and leaves a blood trail on the floor. The beast turns, drops its shoulders, launches forward on all fours. It then immediately sticks to the wall and then the ceiling. It has crossed 180 degrees during the scope of vertically through the scope of this hallway and is closing fast. Jack, what do you do?
Gotta shoot it.
Your ranged combat roll at medium range, which means that with the pistol, you get no modifiers.
Okay. Oops.
I'll even give you a +1 because you were clearly waiting for this thing to move and were aiming.
Okay. I thought I did it. Hold on, let me try it again. Oh, there it went. But I did
Oh,
it before
cool.
you said +1, so I don't know how to undo it and redo it.
That's okay. That's okay. It doesn't matter because you.
I don't know what any of these squares mean.
Yes. Well, isn't that kind of the fun of it? So, I need you to roll a stress roll.
Roll
This thing
a
is
stress
closing
roll.
fast. You have never seen anything like this in your life.
Okay.
It is fast.
I want to roll a stress roll. Where is that?
Where it says stress dice by initiative dice.
Oh, okay. Got it. One stress dice,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I got a yellow box.
Yeah, that's not right. That's not right.
Oh,
Just roll a
okay.
d6. At the top it says roll a d6.
okay. I got a 1.
What's your current stress score? Wait a minute.
4.
You get under 4. Yeah, okay. All right. You're fine, but it scares the shit out of you and you take 1 stress. This thing
Okay.
is, you miss wildly. You notice that its mouth opens and you think you see another small mouth with its own set of teeth inside its jaws. It's closing
It has
fast.
another mouth. I scream. Can I
Amy,
like
you're-
barrel roll out of the way?
Yeah, what's your fast action? You want to move away from it or what?
Yeah, I wanna barrel roll to the far side.
That would be back toward Mimi.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend it was to get her out of the way, but it wasn't. I'm just terrified.
Mimi, the crystal pulls you to the door on your right. What do you do?
She stands next to the door, ready to open it, but first she pulls out her camera and starts taking pictures of the creature. She's just aiming. She's got the camera pointed down the hallway. And she's going to snap a couple of pictures and then get ready to kind of shoulder that into that door when it gets too
So-
close.
Your slow action is that you took some pictures. They are horrifying. It is on the
Yeah.
ceiling. Then your fast action is, do you open the door?
Yes.
Okay. You open the door. You instantly see a small amphitheater. There are about 200 seats. It looks like a very nice furnished screening room with red drapes. The lights are low, but the house lights are on. There is Dusty Springfield playing on the PA. The red drapes at the other side of the room are closed. Lindsay, what are you doing?
Lindsay is just continually holding down the noisemaker, pointing it up and away towards the alien thing, and backing in the direction that Jack went away. And she's like waving at Al to move, waving, making sure everyone keeps moving back. Kind of like a
You make it right-
reverse tour guide, I guess.
We're walking.
Traffic
we're
signals.
walking. You may on your left is a horrible monster. So you're you're backpedaling and air horning, and you've made it close enough to Mimi. Al and Jack, you're getting an air horn to the back of the head right now. It's not fun. So your slow action was air horn. Your fast action was move toward the door. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes,
Excellent. Al, what do you do?
Slow action, reload. Fast action, move towards the door.
Excellent. You're very close, but not entirely there, and this thing is closing. Jack, what do you do?
Shoot! I'm gonna shoot again. I'm gonna shoot it.
Range combat.
Ah!
Man,
I got those things.
you took that stress from the last round, right?
I did.
Roll me a d6.
Okay. 4.
She has botched her stress roll, and
What?
4. And how many stress did you have?
5.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stand by. This is going to be good.
Oh my my god, what's happening? I don't know what anything means.
This thing is
Sorry.
closing. It screams at you. You've never heard anything like it. You drop your gun.
Oh no.
You drop
So
item,
Mr.
whether by stress, confusion, or the realization that you're going to die anyway. You drop your weapon. Your stress level
Explain
increases by
society.
1.
The little crosses are good. The little crosshair symbol is good. The wheelie alien is bad. And when it's on the
Okay.
yellow dice, that's very bad.
Oh,
But the crosshair is always good.
okay. What the
Except
blank
when
one
you
is
get-
just nothing?
And you're going insane
You-
very quickly.
If you get a botch, yeah, let me explain what happened, because I kind of like dropping it on your head a little bit. But Charlie is absolutely right. If you get a 1 on your stress dice specifically, then not only do you fail in the action, no matter how many successes you got, but you have to make a panic roll, which is a d6 roll that adds your current stress. You rolled a 9, which means you freaked out and dropped your gun.
Oh.
You have a fast action remaining. You're within spitting distance of the door.
Wait, how did I roll a 9? You added something to it?
I did.
Oh, I
added
added my
your
current stress. Oh, okay. 9.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
What do you do with your fast action? You could get into the door. You could pick up your
Yeah, I'm
gun. You
gonna-
could pick your nose. What do you want to do?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get into the door because I'm scared. I don't think that I would. I don't think that I would think to grab the gun. I would just run.
Mimi, Jack makes it into the door. Jack, you see a screening room. Dusty Springfield is singing "Son of a Preacher Man" gently over the PA. Mimi, what do you do standing at the doorway? Jack launches in.
Maybe we'll continue to hold the door open till everybody else gets in, and then she'll close it. So she's, and I think she's holding the door with one hand, and she's trying to take pictures with the other still, out the hallway. So she got her head kind of out the hallway taking pictures as she's holding the door open.
I love it. Lindsay, I think, has disappeared. And so, Al, you're standing near the door with a shotgun. What do you do?
How close is it to me?
It's in short range. It's just about to get you.
I'm gonna hit it with the boomstick.
All right, you get a +2 to that because it's so close to you.
Shbloop.
You got 1 success. Your damage is 3. So let me just make triple sure here. Weapons. How many points do you charge survey roll? Okay, so you have done 1 damage, and your shotgun does 3. You have done 4 damage to this thing, but I get to make a roll. Stand by. I get to roll its... This thing has armor. You see the shotgun bullets glint off of it, but it only rolls 1 success, so it takes 3. Now, let's find out what that does to this big bastard. All right, here we go. Wait. We gotta get this right. Hold on, folks. You go down to the thing. We gotta find out what happens to it. All right, here we go. Wait. God damn it. Language Trav. You blow it off the ceiling. It falls on its back, screaming. Green corrosive acid blood sprays the ceiling and the wall. It immediately begins to smoke and hiss. The beast falls on its back and begins to turn, attempting to recover. It is not dead. What do you do with your fast action?
Pull out some milk and base that acid. No, I'm just kidding. I run towards the door.
Jack goes in, or Al goes in. Lindsay, were you backpedaling towards the door?
Yep.
All right. Everybody makes it inside. Mimi, what do you do?
She closes the door and says, Art, I've got the pictures, to herself, and then looks for something to barricade the door with.
You hear a horrifying, otherworldly screech as you slam the door shut. It clicks shut and it has one of those big C-shaped handles. Charlie, give me some, turn the music off. It is eerily quiet for a second as Son of a Preacher Man begins to fade out. I like that. The red drapes slowly begin to part with the sound of an electric motor's hum, very slowly. All of you for a second can hear your hearts beating in your ears. It is silent at the door as Mimi looks for something to brace it with. Mimi, you look over your shoulder to see the drapes retracting. Again, you're in a 200-seat amphitheater as the drapes recede to the left and to the right to show a plexiglass sealed room. Inside the room is a couch and a love seat and a small table. And on the other side of the room is a record player with one of those old built-in speakers jobs from the 70s. And changing the record and putting back his copy of Dusty in Memphis is a 5-foot-tall gray humanoid with cat-like black eyes. He is nude, but featureless and smooth, and immediately registers to you as the sort of grays that they talk about when they talk about alien abductions. He puts the album back in its sleeve and turns to what is behind him, which appears to be rows and rows of perfect wooden shelves containing an LP collection that seems to go back into the room for miles, potentially. It recedes off, and you can't see the back of the room that he is in. He puts Dusty in Memphis back up on the shelf and pulls Don McLean's American Pie off another shelf and walks toward the record player.
No.
It's Polly.
No. It's game over, man. It's game over. Not John McClane.
You all take a stress.
It is a very stressful song. It's really long. You can never remember all the words.
Mimi just starts walking forward.
The tune changes. Yeah.
Mimi starts walking forward. She's like, "Are you Polly? Are you Polly's brother? I knew that wasn't just a movie."
He looks at you, and his hands rest at his sides. He has no lips, and he has no mouth. He has only the tall, vertical black eyes. And in all four of your minds, you hear a voice clear as day. Ah, I'm so glad you're here. You made it.
Jack audibly says, "Ew, ugh." Gross.
Click.
Al takes the last head off of his intestine belt and he throws it at the plexiglass. Stop that! Open up! Come out! And I'll put you down.
I mean,
You killed Johnny, man!
I think we might be safer in there with what's out there. I'd rather have Can that thing get through to you? The plexi. I mean, can it get in there? Because personally, I think it'd be safer in there than with what might be coming through that door any second.
Please don't go. I want to tell you. We had such a good thing going. Everyone was enjoying the music. They were working so hard. And then they found it. The beast. The absolute dark. It's the most dangerous thing that they had ever seen. And they were so pleased with themselves. And I let them keep it. That was a mistake. It's perfect, you know. It has a singular focus. It has total awareness. Its existence is dependent on host bodies, and they are ravenous in their compulsion to propagate the species. I think the rest will be here soon, maybe. They'll probably end this for us, and this makes me so terribly sad. I need to leave. I'm afraid they'll use their ultimate weapon to wipe out this place, and myself with it. And they might find out what I did. They might be mad. I'd just like to go home. Please take me with you. There's so many ships here in the hangar, but that's where they live now.
Well, Paul, darling, my car's out at the gate. If we can just get back to the gate, we can get out of here. Art is going to be so disappointed. I wish I could have shared this with him.
Mimi, he doesn't want to go where you can take him in a car.
Well, he just said that the other things are in the hangar, so we certainly can't go there. Just leave the car.
I know where they keep the weapons. We can stop there first.
All you want to do is go home, right?
I want to show you my ship, and I want to go home. And you can come
Can we
with
take
me.
records? Oh, that would be so wonderful. We should take some of these records with, because these are classics. I mean, you cannot find them anymore.
I know. It breaks my heart to leave them behind. But it's too late. I made such a terrible mistake by letting
All right, let's go.
All right. All right then. Well, and Mimi's been walking towards the whole time. She's been walking towards him as he's been talking. How do we? Where's the door? How do I get you out of here?
You've got to break the glass.
Oh. She looks over at Al, who has a shotgun.
Oh, now you want me to shoot it. You want me to bust that glass? Nah. Too bad, green boy. You ain't getting out. You stay in there. I've seen Independence Day enough times, okay? You are not going to slam me up against the window and try to control me from behind.
Travis,
Okay.
can you take a look at Boomix a second, please? And Lindsay's gonna hold out her hand to Jack because she remembers Jack picked up a clip. And she'll load the gun with the clip that Jack has.
Say one more time. Sorry.
So she's gonna take a clip that Jack picked up and load her gun. Because I think
Okay.
Jack picked up like more than one spare clip.
Okay.
And she'll shoot at the door if Al isn't going to.
Mr. Gray gently turns on his heels, walks towards one of the bookshelf, and slips behind it and peeks out with one of his black eyes. What do you guys do? You open fire? What happens?
Is there like a safe place to open fire on this plexiglass? Like, is there?
Yeah, it's big. It's
somewhere
like a
where
movie screen.
Okay.
Al levels.
I think Jack
the
sits down in
shotgun.
a ball and cries.
He levels a
too much.
shotgun at Lindsay. No. We ain't letting an alien out. Not with what was behind that door.
Oh, shut up, blood and guts! It just wants to go home, okay? It just wants to get back to where it needs to be.
Should
Can we
never
meet
have come in
Taser
the
Al?
first place. Now it's
And
stuck. Now it's
Lindsay-
gonna die. Then that's where it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay right in that room. It's perfectly safe in that room.
Well, if I find a room, I'll put you in it, alright? And Lizzie will take a shot at the glass. I don't know if you want me to roll for that or anything.
No, I think you let it fly. It's got a base damage of 3. There you go. It punctures the glass, and the spider web crack forms, and the cracks are starting to walk a little bit. But that's all the damage you did to it with one shot.
And she'll glance to the others and then fire again unless someone stops her. And she
On
is
the second shot, the whole
specifically
thing's
making
shattered.
sure not to aim towards the gray on the other side.
Sure, like up toward the ceiling. He's well away and behind his priceless vinyl collection. The glass shatters all at once. Glass cakes the whole front of the sort of dais in front, and sort of orchestra stop off of this thing, and Mr. Gray emerges from behind the wall of books and begins to walk towards you and gently bend his knee and lean on his hip and fall onto the floor, gently onto his feet that crunch in the broken glass on the floor. And he approaches you.
Oh,
thank you.
Now, which way do we go? Because that thing is out in the hallway. And, I mean, you really should watch yourself. That glass will cut.
Thank you. The beast is receded for a short while. You wounded it. We're going to go out into the hall, and we're going to go straight through the door in front of us. Are you all ready?
Okay.
Nah.
Let's go.
No.
Who goes first?
Done.
Mimi goes to the door, ready to open it so that the thing can go through the door. So Mr. Gray can go through the door.
Lindsay follows.
All right, Mr. Gray walks through the door. The other 3 of you are behind him. Mimi holds it open. Mimi, as you look down the hallway, you see the corrosive acid has thoroughly burned the wall on the ceiling. The beast is gone, but the wall is horribly burned. Mr. Gray steps forward and with the flat of his right hand pushes open the door across from him. Do you all follow him in? Let's move through this quick. You're in a 200 by 200 foot laboratory. There is smooth white lab equipment all over the room on rows and rows of desks. Strange proprietary gear, white hooded experiment tables, microscopes. You recognize the occasional centrifuge, but the majority of this equipment is some sort of odd proprietary machinery that does not have buttons to interact with. There are no keyboards at what pass for monitors. This gear is bizarre. In the middle of the room is a vertical glass pylon, and inside, mounted to clips, is a half spear with a linen hanging off of it. Mr. Gray points at it with his left hand.
What? Do you want me to get said linen?
Well, I mean, he's naked. It would be nice for him to have something to wear.
Oh, I can fix that naked problem. And he levels the shotgun down at Mr. Gray's head. All it just takes is like a little thing. One little pop. You won't feel a thing. It'll rip through your cortex and you would fall dead.
Maybe
I don't
he pulls
like-
out our little taser and puts it up against Al's neck. No, I don't think so.
Oh, go ahead, shock me. All of my muscles contract and I pull the trigger anyway. You'd be dooming him anyways.
You pull the trigger with a shotgun to Mr. Gray's head.
Let me see. Let me roll 1d2. Because let's see if I have the nerve. I do. I pull the trigger.
Mimi tases him at the same time.
Okay. So let's do the tase first. Mimi, you rolled damage on it. So let me just really quick look at that. I've got that right.
Yeah, I put it in my sheet.
Close combat.
And
So we're gonna say stun baton. You get a +1 bonus. Give me. I mean, your point blank. Just the damage is 1, and then he has to make a stamina roll. Al.
Okay.
So you take 1 damage. And what was your stamina?
Yeah.
You pass out for 1 round, but not before you put 2 shotgun shells through Mr. Gray's head. He goes spinning ass over tea kettle across the room. And he lays still. Al is passed out at your feet, Mimi.
Mimi looks at Lindsay because Lindsay's the one that has the first aid stuff. Can you help him? And she's pointing and she's looking at Mr. Gray, not at Al at her feet.
And Lindsay is like 100% frozen in total horror at what she just saw. And it's almost as if she just hasn't processed it entirely yet. And she just nods and she reaches into the bag and she pulls out a fruit roll up and realizes that isn't what she meant to grab. And then she focuses and reaches deeper into the bag and looks for the rest of that first aid kit and hurries to the side of the gray alien. Like, you're gonna tell me he's dead already, but I didn't believe it. He just wanted to go home. Why is that so hard? Why couldn't people just let him go home? He just needs to come home, okay? And she is like losing her shit as she attempts to bandage the shotgun shell-sized hole in this alien's head.
And Mimi is trying to help her as best she can with her limited medical first aid skills.
I was a lonely teenage rockin' butt with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. And we were singing.
As you begin to attend to Mr. Gray, you see his head is slowly healing. His scaly gray flesh is growing back slowly, and he twitches gently, crumpled up on the ground.
He is Paul. I knew it. Are you okay, Paul?
I'll be fine. We've got to leave.
All
I
right.
can take it, but you can't. Not when the beast gets here.
Lindsay will be backing up and she's gonna snatch down that linen that he wanted. She has no idea what it is. She can't really process very much, and he brings it back and like holds it out. What is this thing, Travis? What did I just grab?
What, you grabbed the thing in the container?
Yeah, you said it was like a linen thing, right?
It's a spear.
Oh, it's a spear?
It's a half spear. As soon as you pick it up, you feel an extremely powerful energy come over your entire body. You feel absolutely 100% compulsed to dominate the earth, and you are rather sure that you have the power to do it. Men and women can be crushed at your feet. Civilizations will fall beneath your might. Total power is within your grasp.
She takes the spear and she moves up to Al and tilts it down towards him, and her eyes go wide, and she just says, "Not worth it." And then straightens up and she nods to the gray. "You need to go home."
Yes. I've got to go home.
And then I'm going to find my brother.
Your brother would be with the rest of them in the hangar.
And she looks to Mimi and Jack and just says, "Let's go. Quickly."
Yes, yes. And she's gonna tase Al one more time as she as she steps over him. She just bent down, tase him one more time. Keep going. Sorry, Al.
It's whatever.
Al's out for another round. Does everybody go?
Jack is like incapable of arguing or denying or going against anything at this point. He's just along for the ride. He is
And I think based on the rules, I don't want to interrupt. Yeah. And if you've lost it, based on the rules, I need Jack specifically to make a panic roll because Mimi has taken action. Lindsay has the thing. Jack needs to make a D6 panic roll.
got it. I got a 6.
And how many do you have?
That's bad, right? I have a 7.
Oh, yeah. You had a 7? Oh
Yeah.
my god. So that's 13.
Uh-huh.
Okay, wait.
Did I die of insanity?
You can't take it anymore.
I fucking
You must
stroke
flee.
out and die, yeah.
You must flee to a safe place and refuse to leave it. You won't
Okay.
attack anyone, and you won't attempt anything dangerous. This is not a retreat roll. Your stress level is decreased by 1, but every friendly character who sees you run must make an immediate panic roll. So Jack,
Oh no.
excuse me, Jack goes for the drawer. Jack goes for the door.
A drawer
And
is fine. I will try to get into it.
No, not the drawer. The door.
The ding dang door.
Hide me.
The drawer.
Under the desk.
So you very clearly see Jack panic. Lindsay, I'm going to say that right now, while you are holding the spear, you're just immune to panic right now. Like, you have total confidence. And the domination of civilization entire.
In my head,
within
this
your grasp.
totally looks like one of the power staves from Stargate, like one of the Gould. I forget what they're called. It's power staves, and that's what she has. She's just gripping it. I didn't know what else this is a reference to, but that's what I'm picturing in my head. And she is like raw.
Mimi, meanwhile, sees Jack bail, freak out, yell, bail towards the door. And as he's scrambling for it, Mimi, I need you to make me a panic roll.
I think you're going the wrong direction there, Jack.
Right direction. It's definitely the right direction.
That's a 7. I have 2 stress currently.
7. You get a nervous twitch. Your stress level increases by 1. A shiver runs down your body. Mr. Gray picks himself up off the ground. The hole in his head is closing. He looks at the two of you and begins to walk towards the door.
And follow.
Lindsay, how about you?
Yeah, Lindsay's moving.
All right. Jack doesn't necessarily go the wrong way. He's just running. He goes
I did
out.
make pencil marks on the wall for
You
part of the
did.
way.
You did, and you're not necessarily fleeing. Would you think you're fleeing back the way you came, or to the left out the door towards the unknown?
I would be going back the way I came. At least the dead bodies are dead. Or I would attempt to go the way I came.
Your friend is going the wrong way. I might be able to help him. Let's please get moving.
Jack, no, look, it this way. It's safer. Mimi's gonna reach for Jack.
Okay, now why don't we make a resisted strength roll? So both of you make a strength roll, and we're going to see if Mimi can keep Jack from running down the hall.
Okay, well, let me click directly on strength.
Oh, there it is.
How
Sorry.
do I make a strength roll? It's not letting me click directly on
You
strength.
click the- Oh, that's right. It won't let you click base stats. Isn't that a bunch of crap?
Yeah.
Give me
Yes.
give me a trait that would stamina. Give me a stamina roll.
Okay.
Because you're going to get
Okay.
that stamina bonus. Both of you.
All right.
Do we get the number that's with strength as a bonus?
It stacks, so you'll get both. Yeah, you'll get the
It
strength
rolls that
and
Yeah. It
together. And it does it
rolls that
automatically.
automatically. You just only add the number for stamina.
Okay, you rolled the same.
Whoa.
All right, so I'm just going to say that.
Can I
Mimi,
use an
you're-
assist to call after Jack as well? And with that ridiculous self-confidence of a woman who knows she could take over the entire planet and the man will bow before her will, like back up the soft and gentle voice of Mimi.
So that's an assist, and so why don't you roll me? What is it? Is it command? Let me see here really quick. There's one under wits. Or,
You need a command
under
skill
empathy,
in order.
command.
Manipulation.
Yeah.
I would say command.
Okay.
Oh Lord, she's using the mom voice.
Yeah. The mom
Oh, you did it.
voice.
All right.
I did.
The two of
Yeah.
you stop Jack from running down the hall.
Jack Donathan, stop running this second.
The mom
Just
voice.
is making like terrible noises.
The power of the mom voice compels you.
You ain't my
He's heard
ma.
that voice before. Yeah, he knows not to fight it.
Mr. Gray walks past the three of you, and you're clutching each other in this sort of scramble, and he just gently glides right past your left sides and turns left and begins to walk down the hall. Al begins to stir and groan on the ground.
Guys? Guys? Did you
Not up
leave
yet.
me? He says out in his unconscious mind. Guys? I know I shot the alien guy, but it was all in good fun. Please don't let me die.
So the three of you hear this as you're out in the hall. What do you do?
keep moving.
Yeah, maybe he's holding Jack's hand and is walking down the hallway with Jack.
I am a golden god. I do not stop for pitiful cries.
Jack is probably just like
Guys.
whimpering a little bit the entire way.
Al has betrayed the universe and the music of the universe.
I
Here's a
don't do
Discord
well with
note.
abandonment. Guys. Guys. As he
Unlock
Weakly-
serial mode killer Al.
reaches over and grabs the shotgun. Well,
Al, you're not sure. Go ahead.
if they want to run, I'll give them another thing to run from. They locked me down here. They left me to die. I'll see how that works. He tries to get up using the shotgun.
Excellent. I love it. So, by the time Al steadies himself, you are all long gone. You're moving swiftly down these identical hallways. You're following Mr. Gray. He goes forward, then he goes forward, then he goes left, then he goes back, then he goes right, then he goes back. Then he walks down a hall with the letter B. Then he walks down the hall with the letter A. Then there's a hall with a letter B, and a hall with a letter A, and a hall with the word select on it, and a hall with the word start on it. At which point you move through, thank you, at which point you move through a set of double doors into an absolutely massive hangar room. There are 4 triangle-shaped craft about the size of, I mean, they're massive. They're absolutely massive. You haven't seen aircraft this large in your life. They're larger than any 747 you've seen. Easily 15 to 20% larger than the largest man-made aircraft you've ever seen. And there are 4 of them abreast in this room. On the ceiling is some sort of scaly blue-black resin. As you step into the room, you look over your shoulder and notice that the entire back wall behind you is caked in this blue-black resin, and hundreds of humans are cocooned in this blue-black resin all the way up the wall of the hangar. Most are dead, with holes in their chest about the size of a softball. One over your right shoulder, Mimi, closer to the ground, is moaning, "Kill me," as spit falls out of its mouth, and its dead eyes look up at you and make eye contact. It begins to beg for death. As far as you can tell, there is nothing on the floor. Mr. Gray begins to walk toward the nearest ship.
Lindsay, darling, do you think you could take Jack with Mr. Gray? There's something I need to do here for just a moment. And she's going to gently reach for one of the pistols that Jack has, take it out of his grip.
And Lindsay is looking at the sheer scale of this room, and then she begins to notice its people. And then she's looking for her brother. She steps kind of away from Mr. Gray and Jack and begins looking at the closest cocoons, looking around.
Give me an observation check.
Okay. Observation.
Al slowly, like Jack Torrance in The Shining, shuffles through the cramped Lost Woods hallways of the lab facility. He makes random turns looking for his prey. Meanwhile, Jack, what do you do? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Jack?
Go ahead.
Every time he passes something with metal, he'll tap the metal of the shotgun against it, maybe to rouse the xenomorph.
Excellent. Jack, what do you do?
Asshole. I think Jack has like wandered to one of the walls where all the cocoons are and like is in a daze, and his eyes are just wide open, and he's just grabbing blue stuff and putting it on him. He's like, I belong here. He's just like attempting to cocoon himself with little bits of blue ooze.
Just climbing into one of the dead cocoons.
This is it. This is where I'm meant to be. Obviously, this is why I'm here. It's just, this is the story. Someone will write stories about me. He's just, he's done.
And then, Lindsay, let's do one quick thing here. You make a roll to murder. Oh, no, sorry, Mimi. Mimi's about to pull trigger on someone begging for death.
Yes.
You make a roll to do that, and let's double check.
I rolled a 1 on my observation, by the way.
So you got 1 success?
Correct.
You spot your brother about 25 yards away, cocooned about 6 or 8 feet up the wall. His chest is intact. He's just covered in sticky, hardened, gray-black resin. And he's a little high up.
Okay.
Okay. Make me I think you make like a morality thing? I don't know. You just kill him. And I'm going to make you roll on the mental trauma fucking table. Give me a...
There's like a wit check or something. I remember that from when we were playing.
Yeah. It's, let me look really quick because this is a big one.
Because, so within the Alien RPG rules, you're not meant to be killing other humans. You're only meant to be killing aliens if you're killing anything at all. So they built into the system this morality check to see if you kind of do it and if there's any outcome from doing it.
So I need you to roll empathy, Kat. Will you just roll one of the stats that has a 0? So it'll make a base empathy roll. Do you have a stat in empathy that has a 0?
Yeah, command.
All right, so tell me how you get because my internet
no successes, no failures.
Okay. You put a bullet in this person's head, and it's as easy as starting your car.
And then she reaches for Jack's hand and says, "Come on, Jack. We don't have time to play now. We have to get on the ship."
I'm okay. Well,
There'll be more later.
Oh.
There'll be more later.
Okay. Can I just want
It's
this
all right,
little
Donna.
bit. Okay.
All right.
Upon the gunshot, you notice that if you're facing the back wall, off to your right, parts of the ceiling and parts of the wall shudder. And things that you thought were scaly resin look to be the shoulder blades and kneecaps and sharp barbed tails of at least a dozen of the creatures you saw in the hallway. Meanwhile, Lindsay has walked about 10 feet off to your now left if you're facing the back wall, and she's looking at something on the wall. Mr. Gray is more than halfway to the nearest ship. Let's roll initiative. While they're doing that, Al, you stumble down the hall. Your shotgun is slung low. You turn a corner, and you see it. Another one, standing, facing you. Its mouth opens. Wet ichor drips from its brow and its teeth and its chin and its domed head that slopes so far out behind its body. What do you do?
Come with me. Come with me. I know where you can find some snacks. Come on. And he starts tapping the metal against the shotgun. Come on. He starts
that's when you hear it.
hobbling.
You feel something liquid drop on your shoulder, and you look up, And you see the one you didn't even notice was there, looking right down on you. And in an instant, it's over. Meanwhile, Lindsay approaches her brother, cocooned to a wall. You'll have to climb a little bit to reach him.
And she will, feeling like the destroyer and creator of worlds. Spear in hand makes it slightly difficult, but she's just determined and driven by that belief of someone who knows whatever you want to do is something you can do. So kind of one arm pulling up, and she's got strength she didn't know she had. Just climbing and climbing.
Excellent. With total purpose, I want to give you a +2 on a mobility check to climb up and free your brother.
Three successes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Excuse me. Yes. So much I get indigestion. You just gave the DM indigestion.
That is the power of my will, Travis.
With the tip of the spear that pierced Christ's side,
you rend your brother free from the ichor holding him in captivity on the wall. He slumps forward onto your shoulder, and his dead weight lets you slowly slide down the side of the wall. He's breathing. You look to your left. You see Mr. Gray is closing in on the nearest ship. You see Jack and Mimi nearby. And past them, you see the shudder of beasts descending the walls and the ceilings and headed in your direction.
I lean my brother against the wall and raise the spear in one hand, but in the other hand is the pistol now loaded, and she basically is just taking aim and getting ready. And very quietly and purposefully, she looks to Mimi and Jack and says, "All aboard, friends."
Mimi has a hold of Jack's hand. It's like, it's time to run, darling. Let's take that Chevy to the
Okay.
levee.
Ooh, and run dry. Got it. Let's go.
Yeah.
I know that one.
We're
So,
running for the
Mr.
ship.
Mr. Gray approaches the ship. The landing. What is that thing? The ramp. The ramp is slowly coming down. It looks like it's going to meet him perfectly. As he gets there, I need mobility checks from all three of you. And Charlie, you're at a -2. You're going to need to make 3 mobility checks to make it to the ship before the
All right.
creatures do.
I got creepy face monsters on my yellow ones.
Yeah, I have a regular success and a failure on my stress die.
Jack and Mimi both trip and fall over each other. I need panic rolls from both of you.
I
That's 1d6.
also trigger a stress die. Stress. Oh, that didn't work.
Jack, what's your total stress?
6.
So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is going to be fun. You're frozen from fear for 1 round.
Makes sense.
You lose your next point of action. Your stress level increases by 1. Lindsay, what's your current stress?
6, so she's at 8. No, sorry, 5, so she's at 8.
5. She's fine. She moves like she flinches, but she keeps moving. And then Mimi, what was your stress?
I rolled an 8 on the panic table, and I have 3 stress.
8, 9, 10, 11. You seek cover. Now I'm going to say you seek cover in the ship. And I'm also going to say that if you wanted, you'd notice that Jack has frozen, staring at the beast over his left shoulder. Your every impulse tells you to seek cover and to get into that ship. But you have a chance to act. What do you do?
She's gonna try and drag Jack. She's throwing away the gun that she had in her hand. So all she's holding on to now is the crystal, and with the other hand, she reaches out and she re-grabs Jack's hand, and she's like, "Come on, darling, we gotta go. We gotta go now. That Chevy is leaving."
Oh, levy. We have to go to the levy. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Let's go to the levy, darling.
So just a little metagaming here. I think if I made you actually make 3 mobility checks, it would kill you. And that's something about this game is you got to make sure you make every roll count. So we're going to say that that's how you guys make it to the ship, okay? Did you pick Jack up like over your shoulder? Or you just got his attention?
Mimi's dragging him. She's
Just yanked him real
got a hold
hard.
of it. Yeah, she's got a hold of his wrist hand, and she's just like, "Come on, darling, come on!" Like you tug a reluctant toddler.
Lindsay stands on the dock with her brother laying on it, waiting for you. The two of you reach the ramp. It's time to go up. The beasts are closing. Mr. Gray has disappeared into the ship behind you. The ramp shutters and begins to close. One of the beasts is closing. It's going to make the ramp before it shuts. You guys have a chance to get ready for this thing before it attempts to enter the ship. You can see it closing. What do you do?
Jack sits down. He's on the ship. He did what he was supposed to. He sits down.
Lindsay has, by my count, like 11 shots left in this clip. She's gonna keep firing until she can't see that thing anymore.
Beautiful. Give me a ranged combat roll.
Okay.
And what does Mimi do again?
Modifiers?
Oh yeah, well you're aiming.
Lindsay-
So give me a +1. Give me a panic roll, Lindsay.
So for anyone, because you guys can't see what I just rolled 3 bad alien faces on my stress die. That brings me up to 9.
9.
I think.
You drop your gun, but you do not drop the spear. You feel as though you could not drop the spear. The beast is closing. Mimi, it's your turn. What do you do?
Mimi picks up the gun and starts firing. Does the gun that
Your
Lindsay
ranged
dropped?
combat
Mimi
roll.
will. All right. I don't have one set up, so
Oh, okay.
medium or short.
Short. So you get a +1
Okay.
because of this medium range.
Okay, so short, and the damage is a 3 for those.
I'll take care of the yes, it is. Which you add to any successes you get on this roll.
All right, and I got a 1 to that, and 3 successes.
Oh, holy shit! Holy shit! 3, 4, 5, 6. Dude, you kill it. I have to roll on the table. They only have 6 life. Hang on a second.
Yes.
Mimi, you actual beast! Always bring the
Mimi
lady
puts
with the
a
crystal
bullet
with you against aliens.
That's badass. Mimi puts a bullet right through this thing's forehead that travels the length of its dome and exits out the tip of its 3-foot-long headpiece. This thing does a full stop, and with corrosive acid burning its own hide, falling off the back of its head, slumps and goes slack as the door closes on half of its head and crushes it. Acid kind of burns the ship, but it's made of some sort of material that the acid does not go right through, breaching the hull.
Harmony has been restored.
You can hear these things clambering all over the hull. Al, you're not dead. You're sleepy, but you're not dead. And in your moment of clarity, as your eyes open, you feel this thing putting you up against the wall, removing some sort of ichor from some part of its body. And something that looks like two hands comes out of an egg at your feet. And it looks at you. And
Oh, what a beautiful baby.
Meanwhile, Mr. Gray is piloting the ship. I can take you anywhere you want to go, and then I must leave. I could drop you off, or you can come with me. What do you want to do?
I need to take my brother home.
I'd have to go on that, man.
Your brother, hold on. Your brother has something in his chest. We need to take him deeper into the ship so that I can help him. He doesn't have much time.
Let's go. And she's looking at Jack and Mimi, and it's almost like a command, like, pick him up. Let's go. Because she's got the spear.
Yeah. I want to go on the magic carpet ride. And Mimi will help take the brother.
Jack, this question is ringing in your ears as you see some scuttle of activity happening around you. Where do you want to go?
Jack now feels that he was brought here for a reason, and he tells Mr. Gray he wants to go home, but his home is now with Mr. Gray.
The night we met, I knew I never needed you so.
Oh.
Won't you please be my baby? And Mr. Gray gently sings to all three of you as you guys walk down the non-Euclidean geometry-shaped hallways of this bizarre craft as it leaves Earth's orbit and takes to the stars, and some piece of equipment deep in the recesses of the ship might hopefully provide some salvation for Nathan Walker. And with that, we will conclude our game.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you so much, Travis.
Yay.
That was awesome.
That was
so we
so
are a little
great.
bit over time, and I know there are a few cast members that need to get moving. So let's go around really quickly, say what our favorite part of today's show was and where we can find you on the internet. We're going to go same order as the first time. So, Kat, you're up. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I absolutely love this. This was so much fun. I survived. Yay! Last time I died. So I'm really happy to have lived. I loved Birdie going nuts as Jack. That was the best. That was absolutely the best. And Charlie as mom. Charlie's the ultimate mom. And Al, guess you were all about that bass.
And where can we find you online?
I'm at Cleric of Cord. That's the best place to find me on Twitter. I have a pinned tweet letting you know what's coming up. And I will see everybody hopefully tomorrow for the meat grinder.
Awesome. Same questions to you, Birdie. How are you doing?
I am okay. Okay, listen, my favorite and least favorite part was the whispering because it was disgusting and terrible and I wanted to vomit the entire time, but as far as like effect on the show was, it was brilliant. Like that was so fucking good. So best and worst part of the whole game. But this was a blast. I love it. I want to understand some of the stuff more, but it's a fun game in general, and I love aliens, so it's great. I am Birdie, aka the Birdiesaurus. You can find me on Twitter and all over the internet under that name. You can check my pinned tweet for my schedule. And next up is Sunday on the Weirdlings channel, playing Heroes of Awesome Dominion of Esland. So check me out there. And bye, guys.
Awesome. And the Zippy Zippo. How are you doing, friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I was like, at the beginning, I was like, I'm going to play myself. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to play a fictional character that just goes insane. That it just happens to have my name. So it's wonderful. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I didn't know what was going to happen. And then I was like, okay, well, how would I react in a situation like this? Oh, I probably would go crazy from all the stress. So it was fun. Thanks for letting me shoot a alien, guys. And be who's it? Brad Waldorf. I turned into Brad Waldorf at the end. It's great. Or Waldorf. Whoever Wormtongue was.
Yes. And where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitch and the Twitters at the Zippy Zippo. I'm trying to stream a little bit more now that my school schedule is calming down. But yeah, it was fun.
Awesome. And before I hand over to our wonderful GM to get his outro postscript scene, if you will, we dive deep into Area 51, the black streak all along the corridor. The Walmart lighting flickers, and we hear the distant sound of, oh, what a night. It was late December, back in '63. We hear the sound of a foot tapping on the tiled floor. And there's a man. He looks up to the light. He has a magnificent afro. In his arm, an artist palette. And in front of him, a canvas. And there he paints the scene of mighty combat, of acid-spraying aliens, chestbursters, cocoons, and more. And he says, happy little accidents. Happy little
Fucking Bob
accidents.
Ross.
And that was voted for by chat. Throw that in there, and let's throw it over to Travis to hear your favorite part of today and where we can find you on the internet, friend.
Oh, I couldn't have done it better myself. Man, this was a pip, was it not? I love this game. I love these people. Let me tell you, Kat had such a great character and gets all my jokes. She got the Konami code, and that's what's up. Zippy is not afraid to make big choices in a game. I've seen it in Dread, and I saw it here, and I thought that's badass. I think that is brave and exciting and really badass. And this is finally getting to play with Birdie, fellow Austinite, I believe. And anybody who plays a reporter character, reporters mean a lot to me. And I just love that you played a journalist. And I love that he flipped the F out and just blasted those panic. I've been waiting to take somebody down that panic chart. So that was badass. And just all your reactions were awesome. Charlie, I love how much backstory you put into it. It's just brilliant. And as always, thank you so much for having me on the channel. I'm at Producer Trav. I play aliens once a month on Laugh Love Lindy's channel. It's a mishmash of Blade Runner and aliens and a bunch of other stuff that I don't want to spoil because I'm going to spring it. All movies, all pop culture horror is fair game in my aliens game that I am running over there, from the toys to the movies to everything. We're going crazy. So check that out. We're playing again here in a couple of weeks. Keep an eye on Left Left Lindy's channel. I produce WebDM. You should watch it. It's good for the soul. This week we might talk about Avernus, so that may be of interest to you. And I just want to tell you that last night I was staying at a friend's house, and I walked into their kitchen at night, and their refrigerator was singing, and it was singing Fools Rush In. And in that moment, I knew exactly what I was supposed to do for this campaign. So thank you so much for having me, and I will see you next time.
Thank you so much for being here. And if you've enjoyed watching this crew play, you can catch us every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We are back to Judge Dredd next week with the wonderful Tabletop Horde Virginia as our GM. But Encounter Roleplay is back tomorrow for that monthly Greek Grinder, our very first, as DM Jonathan Fry grinds us up in a Castlevania-style Castle Ravenloft adventure. And that all kicks off at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I'm going to hand you over to the little trailer, and we will see you very soon. Good night, friends.